Oh my lord!
I'm ringing it up, bitches. Welcome. Twitterland, YouTube, Podbean. I mean, I don't know if you have to be on the fucking rock net to know what the fuck is going on today. And just welcome to Realz Tennis Podcast 78. And I'm telling you, people, it is vintage Venus, superb Serena, fantastic fucking Federer, and though it's not in the title right now, regular Rafa. I'm just putting it out there. And welcome to another exciting, hot, I'm telling you, I'm feeling myself today. Oh, praise tennis Jesus. I'm telling you, people. And
He's taking us to church.
Yes, and welcome to the Tennis Podcast. But before I go any further and lose the few viewers who are up watching us and those who are in Melbourne right now, thank you very much. Those who are in England, thank you very much. And those who are in the United States, thank you very much for listening to us. Before I go any further, and wherever you are in the world, even if you're in Scruff, Jack, Grinder, Christian Mingle, we got place for you too. Welcome to my podcast 78. I keep saying that over again. Before I go any more, let me introduce my co-hostesses with the mostesses. I'm telling you.
Hey.
First of all, let me start with Andreen from Solely Tennis Travel, looking all fabulous with her hair blowing in the wind.
Hello. Y'all just woke me up 5 minutes ago. Thank you.
You didn't need to say all that. Your picture makes you look like you're out in the California sun, just like basking in glory.
I know.
You're fucking it up. And as always, we have the Cato Killing of all podcasts right here with us, looking all sexy and fantastic, feeling herself as well, Janina.
Hello.
I didn't even say you were from Fallen, Ohio.
Oh my lord.
And as always, there's that man, that voice behind the thing, whatever they name me, the homosexual of the podcast. It's real.
The homosexual of the podcast. That should be your tagline from now on.
There's always one, right?
Behind
Andreen has one on her stepchild podcast as well.
Let me just tell you something, people.
Always.
You may not know this, but behind every fabulous woman, there is a homosexual male. Just with it. Those are facts of life.
That's true.
That's the facts of life.
Ask the pastor's wife.
Let me just fix my weave and just,
roll up in here.
pull my wave in. So, ladies, before I go any further, people who are listening in the world of tennis, let me just let y'all know, y'all don't even know how close y'all came to there not being a podcast.
Wait, not a podcast.
Well, I tell a lie.
I
Half a podcast. Because I'm telling you, we had decided amongst ourselves that had the men finals not go down like how we wanted it to go down, it was gonna be a down. We're gonna be like, Serena 123, Venus 1 number 8, yay, boo, yay.
Bye.
And then Rafa won his 15 slam. Good night.
That's all.
Comment below.
For us.
We were gonna be so bitter.
I'm telling you.
But
We're
guess
gonna be
what?
so bitter.
We don't have to be.
I'm telling you, we're gonna be salty. We can be shady. We can be fucked up, but we certainly can be bitter.
I hope y'all got drinks.
And I definitely got my drink going on. Let me just.
What's everybody drinking?
Communicating with the folks out there. Oh, good evening, everyone. Hey, Yvette. Hey, Nigel. Just got off the train. Thank you, Yvette, for having your priorities straight. You just got off the train and you're listening to us. Ain't nothing else to do.
That's right. Zach, a new listener. Hi, Zach.
Hey.
Join the fan party.
Look.
Okay,
let me just
with some bitter Venus fans.
Exactly. So there is room at this table for commiseration. Rafa fans, we know how you feel.
Hello.
So don't be thinking that we're all feeling ourselves. We are not that. There's a high correlation of Serena fans who are also Rafa fans.
Exactly.
I don't quite know how that works, but but whatever.
Yeah, I noticed that most Serena fans tend to be Rafa fans, and then Venus fans tend to be Roger fans, and so
yeah, I think it's a booty factor and the whole.
Is it the booty factor?
That might be the booty factor.
It might be also the elegant factor. You got to admit that Venus is an elegant player, which means he pairs quite nicely with Roger.
Yeah, and while Roger was in his heyday of Wimbledon, he was right there with
Venus.
My mind. That's all I'm saying. In my mind, But anyway, and then of course, grass is their favorite surface, I think, but it doesn't matter. Serena has like 7 Wimbledon now. Anyway, but so don't think, the Rafa fan, you're welcome at this table, okay? And there's lots of good stuff to say about your player. And I will admit, Bree, I'm just letting you know, I do see the new growth. On Diva down there. Just letting you know. I will admit that, See, Realz is fair. I'm a hater, but I hate judiciously. There is some new growth. I see that side swoop going. He's trying to get a little side swoop going. And it's, congrats, okay. Rafa. But I got to know that, the hair plugs are definitely plugged in the sockets. Good for you, girl.
So let's talk about the ladies. Let's talk about the actual tennis. How'd your draw shape up?
Well, technically, I didn't have a draw, but I have this with Janina.
Yes.
Don't come for me. It so happened that I re-listened to the part of the section where we were talking about the draws, women's draw in particular, and you mentioned last week that you said, I think Venus is going to realize and play her life out, and that these finals don't come along.
Amen.
And she is going to get her ass in the finals.
I finally got something right.
Yes, you did. You did.
And let me just say, I know y'all going to come for me still. I was right. Pliskova was too dialed in.
I don't know why that theory.
I need a new phrase.
She was still okay. Let's see. Let me make a 15th attempt at this explanation. Sometimes people are like so focused that they can't really see the forest from the trees. That she doesn't.
She didn't anticipate something happening. She didn't anticipate.
Exactly. She just kind of like saw herself in the final that this was legitimately, like the person who on her half a draw was Serena. She had handled Serena at the US Open, injury, not injury, it is a difficult thing to beat Serena at a major, and she did it in straight sets. And she came close to beating Angie, so it was a tough battle. So she seemed like she was ready. She's a talented athlete anyway. But that I'm telling you, Lucic Baroni.
Girl.
Lucic Baroni was just like, girl. Fuck no. I'm getting to the semifinals. Not you. Pliskova looked like she just wanted to go home back after 5 minutes. Like she had lost. Like someone had pushed her around the court and be like, "Hey girl, go play a quarterfinal."
I didn't see a bit of it. I didn't see a bit of that Coppless botch.
I watched every single point.
What the hell happened?
Lucic Baroni played amazing tennis, and again, Pliskova can't move. So, that you expose that and you win. I mean, that's it. But she played. There was so much power in that match. I mean, they were beating the fuck out of that ball.
You couldn't tell from the Lucic Baroni Serena match though.
I didn't see that one, but
those balls were like powder puff balls.
You know what? I wonder. I honestly wonder how much. I mean, because Lucic Baroni was taped up like her name was Aga, and I wonder how much she had left.
Well, she mentioned
tagged in injured girl.
Oh, PJ's here for us live for the first time. Hey, mama. Oh, PJ.
Hey, Yvette, your life isn't sad that you're listening to us, Yvette. Your life is wonderful and glorious and amazing.
What else are you gonna do at 2:30 in the afternoon?
I'm telling you. Exactly. And PJ Mouse, thank you very much for coming. And
who is Rich? Is this a Twitter person? Who are you? Hello.
Sure, but we love that you love our podcast because we love our podcast.
Yes. We gotta full props for PJ. Did PJ watch this live? No. Oh my god.
You were there?
With
oh my god, get her on the phone.
Yes.
PJ, we need to get. I mean, what's Dr.
PJ,
Bill?
if you
Send
are
it to
on the
Janina.
phone, you DM me right now your email address. Make it be Gmail. And you gotta come talk to us.
We gotta hear.
PJ, I don't know.
We gotta
oh
hear
no,
from
PJ wasn't
she
there.
didn't.
PJ wasn't
Okay.
there. No,
but she,
because
right.
PJ, because I believe any
it's only
fan who
Fiona.
was watching that match, I'm telling you, they passed out after set 4. And let's not get ahead of ourselves. So
yeah, let's go back to the ladies.
So yeah, I mean, Lucius Baroni mentioned the fact. I think one of the factors with Lucius Baroni, she didn't get a day's rest, and she also played doubles and got to the quarterfinals. So she had already played. She played like 4 matches. She played 5 matches for singles.
The doubles. That's
and probably 3 to 4 matches for the quarterfinals for doubles. So she was playing like every day. And in her half of the draw, the quarterfinals happened the next day.
Yeah.
The semifinals happened the next day. Even though it was the second match, I actually thought that they were going to put the ladies' semifinals, the second one, at night and put the men's semifinals in the day session, but apparently it wasn't. So she didn't get a day's rest, and she was definitely hampered. And I think one of the things with Lucius Baroni is that if you give her power,
Nigel,
just
what?
Oh,
what?
Nigel said, I keep hearing PJ as BJ, and I thought this Christian podcast was RIP.
Oh, dear Lord.
You know what?
I don't know. I don't know what
I got nothing.
I don't know what Realz is offering to the listeners of our podcast.
I'm a good girl, I am.
On the behalf of
girl, I am. But anyway, I got a story for you people when we come to the men's final.
All right.
Just say, people, tune in, get your friends, get your mamas, but not anyone underage, okay? Not anyone underage.
And
just get your folks right.
Can we talk about how Serena made content look like she was
Nothing.
Oh,
A piece of shit.
oh
An amateur. A girl who had never played a tennis match. I mean, what do we want to call it here? It was quite comical because everybody was just waiting for that. Oh, Kanta's coming. She's been, and you know what? She played a great tournament. She did.
She was playing the best second from Serena, I think, the whole tournament in terms of how she was handling her opponents, right? No, so I even put it up there like, whoa, this is going to be the match of the tournament in that sense, but it wasn't.
It wasn't. Wah. Where's
like I said, call Realz crazy, but I said I give Serena a solid A. And Serena came out like a solid A. I mean, I thought, again, it's one thing to and granted that a lot of these girls who had made themselves could got into the second round of this major was somewhat inexperienced, right? They hadn't been. These are not people who usually feature in the tail end of regular WTA tournaments, much less more tail end of major. Kanta is just trying to get her name up there, whatever the case may be. So Serena was coming out, and Serena was Serena Williams with 22 majors, had been in this position innumerable times. So plus, she knows how to handle Kanta game. She just it was just like she put up a firewall, and she just like, bitch, you will not pass. You are not. It was just like block. Yeah, I'm telling you. And the thing about it, and what is even more surprising, that despite the ranking, and I think in this women's draw, I think you need to throw a ranking because it's who is playing well. A lot of people who were playing well, their ranking didn't reflect that. Oh. And Kanta is one of those players we mentioned last week. Once she's getting on a roll, she is rolling down that hill with speed, and she plays herself into competition. So she had come off of winning Sydney or something like that. She had won some tournament somewhere.
Yeah.
And something like that, and she came in and she was playing solid. I mean, so hats off to Serena. She's just like, oh, Kanta girl, you beat Venus last time around. Last year, you knocked out the first round, bitch. I'm gonna send you packing. And all Kanta could say was the same.
Boy, did she know.
Well, it was also, you know what though? It was a reflection of how well Serena had been playing, because I could not believe how easy that was up until that point. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, Serena, when did Serena actually struggle?
She didn't.
I can speak of her. Speak of her. But you don't think back to something, right?
Not a struggle, and she never lost a set.
No, but I mean, think about it, because you go back to 2012. I don't want to put match strategy out there, but to give Serena trouble, you can't give her rhythm in this time. You have to give her junk ball, which is what Vinci was doing. And also,
Barbara.
If you go back to 2012 Wimbledon, Serena almost lost to Zheng Ji. Zheng Ji was frustrating the fuck out of Serena. Zheng Ji was just standing in on the serve, and she's like 2 foot nothing. Like she was just like, you have to sort of like disrupt the rhythm. And someone like Kanta, who is very meticulous, she's almost like our female Rafa, like how many times she bunks the ball. There's a certain pattern that she likes to put up. So it's very easy to read her game. And what they're going to try to do is to hit hard. And that's the same thing Lucic Baroni did as well. So Strikova, I think, was the one who actually pushed Serena, who almost had a chance of winning a set. Because she was breaking Serena. And
she was getting to everything.
Exactly.
And Serena looked impatient as hell. But that was the only real...
Exactly. And it wasn't...
That was the only real struggle.
And Serena didn't have one of those, like, those times when you're playing someone like Kanta, Lucic, Baroni, it's a 1-2 bang, just like boom, return. Once you get the return in, Serena's already on the offensive. But with Strikova was just like, girl, you're gonna be playing out here. I'm gonna try to drag you as long as I could. And that was by far the most competitive match. And to her to get through that match in straight sets, that's just telling her she was not only playing well, she was very patient. She wasn't allowing the moment to frustrate her, because usually she has a walkabout and let you have a set and then probably try to drag it to the ground in the third set, but they're dialed in. So
Tony says he struggled the whole 2 weeks, but let's just let it be known that Tony would struggle the whole 2 weeks if Serena like bageled everyone. He'd still be stressed out.
I think the only match
she's gonna do it.
Tony only struggle. Tony's only relaxed when she plays Maria.
Oh God!
Because Tony knows no matter what the scoreline is, Serena's coming back. Serena got her. Serena just like.
Can I have to say, I was completely happy the way Venus handled Pavs.
My God.
That was
beautiful.
I was actually
right. That was the match I was a bit nervous about, and I said, well, if she was able to get through that match easier, I feel like her chances better with Coco if Coco was able to do it. But wow, she handled Pavs like it was no problem.
I was actually surprised. That was what I found. I thought that Pavs would have been like psychologically conflicted playing Kuznetsova, but she came out. She came out against Kuznetsova very solid. Like, she just like, I'm winning this match.
Yeah, she did.
So I thought that was going to be the same attitude she had against Venus. But I'm telling you, Venus looked like Venus of 2000.
She looked amazing.
She played Pavs very well. I was surprised. Pavs was just like, the match report said you're 36 years old and I'm supposed to drag you? But this is a lie.
There's a dodgy painting of Venus in her closet.
Exactly, which is funny, because I think the same thing happened with Coco. It's just like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, because after she lost the first set, it was like all business. Venus dialed in, and
exactly.
Coco was said, not today.
Not today, Satan Coco.
It was almost like if Venus, when Venus played Coco, was just like, you know what, girl, I'm the first set. I'm that generous today. No, let me show you how vintage Venus handle petty girls like you. Venus broke Coco the opening service game. Yeah. Coco was broken. And not only Venus consolidated the breaks. Like, I was just like,
and you know what? And Coco was struggling on her serve the whole time. So
thank God.
So there was a moment where you're like, oh, good. That means that even if you give this break back,
right,
we'll be having chances again and again.
Doubt.
Well, I mean,
I was surprised by that. I was surprised by that matchup. I did. I mean, I know that Venus had beaten Coco the last time they played, but I thought that Coco was going to be a bit steadier.
Yeah. I think she was nervous.
The confidence
she was nervous. You don't think Coco was nervous?
No, I think Venus was playing that well. Because
I think Venus was playing that well, and Coco was nervous.
But you can't judge it by that. You can't judge it by that final. Oof.
Well, unless Coco was actually, like trying to show some respect on court.
What? No.
Well, hold on.
Exactly. That's why I say she was nervous because she wasn't her typical cocky self.
Wait, what did Nigel?
Well, I think because you're getting schooled. I think she realized in the middle of the second set, she was just like, this is not the Venus who's playing the first set. Like, excuse me, Venus came up with every time Coco had the advantage, like she was up a couple of breaks. Ace. Venus was,
that serve.
You know how we
dialed in. Oof.
I'm telling you.
Gotcha. Because you know Venus.
Venus serve was just like we live and die on a Venus serve. Like, oh God, Jesus, there's a second serve coming up. I think Venus second serve ace Coco. It wasn't. And hold on, Nigel. Yes, it's true that JJ did drag Federer, but it's not like if perhaps there's any superior athlete that Federer couldn't get her ass in there and dig into that match. Federer just didn't show up. But you know what? I'm trying to be nice to Janina here.
Yeah.
Because that's her fave.
I was pissed. I'm like, come on, Mama, really? Damn.
Listen, I'm fine the way it all turned out because maybe Venus.
I am too.
Yeah, Rich mentioned, she said, honestly, Coco was kind of losing her shit out there. And that's true. Coco looked like she wanted to punch Venus in the face because, let me just put it out there. One of the most there is not, yes, Federer 23. Sorry, let me take that back. Federer, you ain't got 23. Federer 18, Federer 1, Federer 17 were amazing moments. And when Federer won the French were amazing moments. But let me tell you something. The glorious moments for me of all tennis was Venus triple pirouette on that court after beating Coco. That was so amazing.
You saw full Venus nerdness. She was
oh my God,
queen.
Did you see that?
She was like a queen. She's like, oh my God, do I bow? Yes, bow, bitch. Bow, queen.
I couldn't get enough. I'm like, oh my God, this is so magical. There was a tweet. Why didn't I save it? Oh God, something about her winning a drag Vogue.
Yes. Let me put it out there. As the homosexual of this podcast, let me just put it out there. When I win my Oscar or my Tony or my Grammy, I'm doing that routine right then and there. I'm telling you, I'm touching my chest. I'm doing look, that twirl, that triple twirl. The hand movement. Figure skaters can't even get that right. Venus was just like pirouetting. It felt like I was watching a 7-year-old playing make believe, and we were playing make believe Miss America or Miss Universe, and they had crowned Venus, and oh my God, Venus touched the ground. It was just like, oh God, Venus. Venus won all the on-court interview. She won that hands down.
Every single one.
All the celebration. Not even Roger come close to that. I'm telling you, Venus won that. Miss Congeniality is Venus Ebony Sal Williams. No question about it.
And her skin looked like butter. That's all.
My God. Janina, you take full credit for that because you dragged Venus a couple years ago for saying, girl, get some lotion on that body.
I know.
She had some cocoa butter.
So let's just check in with Twitter real quick. Rihanna's with us.
And one more thing.
What?
WTA, let me just let you know, whatever Venus is selling, bitches, you better bottle that shit up and knock it.
You better buy it. Because
I'm telling you.
What? You want to sell charm? You want them to get
When over come on tour in April, y'all tour is going to look stink and rank. I'm just saying y'all know that.
Listen, well, it's the return of the old
Venus.
Okay.
Venus is a credit to your tour. So you better push that shit out there.
Yeah, it was really nice. But can we talk about the actual final?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Hold on, PJ Mouse, you're right. At the end, we celebrate Venus celebration after beating trumpet. I won't say Van Douche.
But you did.
What's everything? Sorry. Oops. And you're right. Lovely drama, girl. I'm telling you, Venus found her second serve. That serve in the second and third set. I'm telling you, in those deuce games, I was like, fucking Venus, fucking it up. Oh God, my Meldonium. Where is my Meldonium? And then she put down an ace. It was all business. But
I would have given anything for a Venus like that in the final.
Thank you very much. I guess I want to say all good things come to an end.
Okay, so listen, y'all. Let me just come real with you. I am a huge Venus fan. I'm not one of those people. I'm not one of those people where Venus and Serena are interchangeable. as long as it's a Williams. Listen, let's come for real though. Venus had not been in a slam final
since 2009.
So how the hell were people conflicted about
right?
who
Thank you.
For?
Listen to people. Did you not, people? Did you all not feel the agony of 2009 U.S. Open semifinals against Kim Clijsters?
That was brutal.
You know who was in the finals waiting for Venus? Vera Zavannareva.
Cry, Vera. Cry,
I'm telling
Vera.
you.
Peppa. Put the towel over your head and cry.
So don't tell me shit that y'all are waiting for Serena's 22.
23. I was like 23. No. I mean,
Tony, of course you weren't conflicted.
Oh no! Listen, we all know the likelihood of Serena getting to a slam final is very strong this year if she continues to play that well. So,
as a matter of fact, Serena gonna have look. She is almost bankable in the semifinals as of late.
Yeah,
like she's almost like
at least at Wimbledon and most likely at the US Open. I don't know about Clay, you never know. But I mean, like, honestly, this was such a fairy tale run for Venus. I wanted her just to get a set. Damn you, Serena, you couldn't give her a set? Couldn't have given her a set? Not one set?
No, she wasn't having none of it.
So my best friend is one of those rare people who is a Venus fan and a Rafa fan.
Oh yeah.
So on Saturday morning, he was like, bitch. Fucking Venus, fucking Serena was so greedy. This bitch couldn't let Serena have, and I'm quoting here. Right? These are quotes, not my words. It's like his words. It's like, Serena's just greedy. Jesus Christ. She got 22 fucking majors. She couldn't let Venus have one? Not even just one? Not even a set?
Nope.
But you know, we all know when did the turn come? There was a point in time when Venus took these encounters seriously, and she was like all the way back to Serena calling her.
I think you made it, but you know what? You know. Think of it this way, right? And I mean, like, and had there not been a Serena Williams, Venus Williams would have been clocking the WTA. So it's like no idea.
She would have been.
She would have been like all over that shit, right?
She would have been the greatest.
Let's be serious. But you have to think of like a brother-sister dynamic, right? No, there's some sibling rivals are different. Now, had it been my brother across the net, I'd have been like, fuck you, bitch. There's no conflict. No conflict. There was just nothing in my mind. And my brother had the same feeling. The feeling was mutual. Just like, we are fighting. In fact, there might have been a point where we threw down the rackets and we're literally fist fighting. Okay, we're ruthless like that. We're competitive, but I think for Serena, I think Venus is one of those persons where Serena just has to put on that pouty face and be like, "Oh, I didn't get another ice cream." Like Serena's the kind of person who would eat her ice cream and then want your ice cream.
For sure.
And then she would just be like, and as a little sister, Andreen, you sure as hell know that. Janina,
oh my God, I know. Older sister.
And then Venus would be like, you know what? Here's a lick of my ice cream. And that's not to say, that, and let me be clear, that is not to say that Venus let Serena, like tank in the match. But she's not as aggressive of getting the match.
No, she's not. She will be happy.
Hey Dennis, what's up, girl?
She will be happy with the loss. Like
she genuinely was.
I wanted just a little bit of the Venus that showed up after she lost the first set to Coco.
Yeah.
Because if she could have just like dialed in earlier in set one, we might have gotten ourselves a 3-setter.
Because look at it, right?
When Serena starts her matches with Venus, my theory is she's usually conflicted because she's like, I can wipe the floor off with you, but do I want to?
Rich, don't play yourself, boo. Don't play yourself. He said, Serena's going for GOAT. Sorry, V, I love you, but you're picking the wrong damn time for magical comeback.
So true. So true, Rich.
No, but that's the thing. So when the matches begin, Serena's usually like conflicted. And that's the time for Venus to go after blood. You got to pounce then. But then she's doing crazy.
Like in 2008.
Yes, you got to. Because, I mean, it would have been great. Listen, we all know Serena would have won, but it would have been really great to have like a 3-setter.
Yeah.
And it just was like, it's like, I mean, if it wasn't Venus, I'd be like, that was a punk ass final because you got your ass all the way there in an hour.
Yeah.
So
it's true.
I mean,
but you know what? I mean,
Venus always has her leg taped.
But let's look at the history, right? Let's look at the history, right? So Serena won the first major in 99, right? And everyone said Serena was better. Venus had that hoodie and she was all tied up and she was sitting in a box and she was just like slow clapping, like, yeah, girl, you beat Martina. But you know what? That bitch had beaten Venus in the semifinals, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Then 2000, Venus lost in the first round of French Open. Yes, Realz. Remember those lost to fucking Barbara shit?
Straight up Venus fan.
Who is on your report right now, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, actually, I tell a lie. She lost to Barbara in 2001. She lost to a ranch at the French Open in the quarterfinals. Or Steffi Graf, one of those two. But anyway, Venus was just like, you know what, bitches? No more. 2000, Venus did not lose a match. Summer was the summer of Venus Williams. She just fucking cleaned everybody's clock. Everybody, Belgian, Russian, American, she didn't give a fuck you all.
I
she
was
cleaning the clock.
In full flight.
And that was Rootless Venus. Remember those Rootless Venus. Remember Rootless Venus from 2001 when she played Justine and she lost a set to Justine and she was like, you know what, bitch, I'm going to bagel your ass in the third set. Not having this shit. No, I will not. She won those. Her winning sets was 6-1 and 6-love. Never forget Venus is on the shit. But then Serena came around in 2001 and she was just like, fuck girl, no. I want to repeat US Open champion. Then 2002 roll around and Venus is just like, you know what, girl? It's the French Open. Because I'll have you know, Venus has one of the most, before Justin and I came around, Venus was winning clay court matches and Venus was winning clay court titles. So Venus knew how to play in clay court, despite all the bullshit you hear from the press that they don't know how to play in clay. Shut the fuck up. Read your papers. And Venus was just like, you know what? Serena came in and she was just like, you know, oh, Puma had sponsored her. She was wearing World Cup bullshit, Cameroon. And Venus was just like, you know what? I got 5 now. You got 1. You know what, girl? Have the French. And you know what? And you know what? And you remember that, right? Venus was all taking pictures. She was all happy. Remember that? Remember that, people? Venus was taking a camera from the daddy, taking family photos. But we all know Serena wasn't that kind of girl. Serena don't take pictures. 2001, Serena didn't take pictures of Venus when she won the US Open and beat her ass in the final. No, she did not. Serena was just like, fuck. I don't like plates.
I don't like losing.
I don't like plates. I like drinking. I want a fucking cup. And then Venus is just like, you know what? It's Wimbledon. It's a Williams finals. Yeah, whatever. A Williams win anyway. But we know that. But when 2003 rolled around and Serena Slam was on the line, that's when we saw the real Serena. Serena just like, bitch, fuck no.
Right?
We're not getting it. And Venus was fighting for that finals. Remember, that was the first time they had played 3 sets in a finals. It was Australian Open 2003. And then Venus was just like, you know what, girl? Serena Slam. And she gave up. Because 2003 Wimbledon, Venus beat Kim Clijsters with a fucked up abdominal. And then she went into the finals, and then again, she was stressed. So, you know, for me, I think at that point, it was at that point where Venus was just like, you know, whatever. It's a Williams, the trophy goes home. But bitch, the check don't go home with you, does it? It doesn't. You know what? And you know what? Through all that drama, Realz stuck with Venus. He stuck with me. And Venus, you know what? I love you, girl. And you know, I've buried you. I have referred to you as the girl who would not be named. You know what? You know those.
And
you know,
here
you upset
you
my
are.
spirit so many times, but you know what? You are numero uno. There's just nobody else out there. You know, Monica is a close-ish second, but you know, Venus, you are the queen. But you know what, girl? You could have done better in the finals. You could have done better in the finals. You could have done better. You wouldn't have won because you know what? You can't come up against Serena in the finals with beat tennis. You just can't. Serena could beat you playing beat tennis, but you can't beat Serena playing beat tennis.
Oh, it's the problem with our faves. The same thing with Fed. It's like these people have to play out of their
mind. They have to be in it exactly.
In order to play their rivals. It drives me nuts.
But you know what? This is the thing. This is the problem. I think the main difference with Venus against Coco and Venus against Serena. With Venus against Coco, Venus was playing point by point. Yeah. She wasn't thinking, I need to win this game. She just thought, how am I going to win this point?
Yeah.
So she was in that moment and logically thinking about it, like constructing the point. And she knew her opponent. Because Venus has an advantage over Serena that no one else on tour has. Venus can read Serena well.
Wherever Venus, she predicted every shot,
everything,
and it was every movement, and she was there for every shot. If only her errors. I mean, she lost her forehand. Where did her forehand go? I mean, so many. I know so many sitter shots. So much. I mean, she hit in the net. And then it's like you're watching it, and then you're reading it online, and it's like Venus error, forehand error.
But you know what? I think what she's doing is that Venus is thinking that Serena knows where she's gonna go, and she just that is bothering her. But she needs to just be clear and about what she's doing on her side of the net. So she keeps worrying about what Serena is doing on his side, and Serena ain't giving two shits about what happens to her. She's just like, what? And it's unfortunate too that in these moments when they meet, it's usually such a big, huge moment for Serena.
Yeah, it is. It has been for the last couple of years. It has been. It's the last couple of years. She was going for it at the U.S. Open, then she was going for it at Wimbledon. I mean, but this was one of the few moments where I was like, okay, well, there's no reason for you not to go for it, Venus, because she's going to get
Venus. She got 22. She got fucking 22. You got 7, bitch. You got 3.
Snatch that shit.
1.
Listen, I love Serena, but I wanted Venus to get that so bad.
I know.
We don't know if she'll ever be there again.
You know what?
Serena will be back.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take that back because I would have said the same thing about 2 years ago. You know what I mean? And here was Venus looking fantastic, looking fabulous, looking free. She's playing. I mean,
6.
I mean, well,
I get that.
I will say though that if she can sort of manage herself for the next couple months and try to peak like this at Wimbledon,
it's on.
That's a better surface for her, right?
Yeah, it's actually. But the problem is, it's also better for Serena.
We're gonna handle Serena when she shows.
I'm gonna give Venus French Open. Venus girls,
stop your dreaming. Stop your dreaming.
Get out. You know what?
Hold on.
Are they gonna change the balls?
Wait a minute.
I have gong you bitches, so y'all stop playing yourself. You know what? I gotta gong you.
I'm gonging you.
First and foremost, ladies, did any of us predict? This was what Realz said at the beginning of our draw show. I said, look, I don't give to this bottom half of the draw, this top half of the draw. I don't care what's going on in here. All I just know is that I think Venus will get to the final. So that's all I'm looking out for Venus. We did not in a million years put Venus in the final.
Listen, I didn't even put Venus in the final in the second podcast I had. I was like,
I did.
I couldn't in good conscience. I couldn't in good conscience do it. I was like, oh no, am I really thinking that?
But you know what? Venus at the very start of the French Open, at the very start of the Australian Open, she signaled to be so free. I see Realz is in the juice. Venus in the French Open, Dennis. And
let's all call him crazy for this. We all admit that Realz is crazy. I mean, unless you're trying to tell me that Muggs winning the French is just some magical thing and Venus can do the same.
First and foremost, did you all see how Coco handled Muggs? Was it Coco handled Muggs?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Kicked her motherfucking ass.
Oh my God, she was so basic.
You know what? I don't typically enjoy Coco. I enjoyed that shit so much.
Oh, poor Muggs though. Dear Lord,
she made y'all number one look like she was nobody. So I was just saying,
I know
that 2017 seemed to be the year of the impossible. So I think if Venus can manage your life right, you know what I mean? You don't need to be in Indian Wells.
Yeah.
And Miami.
Well, she could pick Miami, honey. Just don't pick Miami. Pick your hometown. You don't got to go to Indian Wells. It's all right.
Thank you.
They might be extra racist there this year.
Careful.
Because Tommy Haas is running shit, right?
Oh shit.
Oh no. But no, I mean, but the Trumpers are going to be feeling themselves in Indian Wells. So, but it was, you know what? But props to Venus, for taking all the way to the final.
Yes.
Let's also, let's all just respect the queen. This is Serena brought everything she needed to.
And let's just say, you know, I mean, like, and I'm sure Serena wasn't worried about conflicted in that final.
She was conflicted for about 2 games. She's like, I'm gonna be conflicted and break myself 20 times.
Who's playing in Russia this week?
I don't know, but you know what I saw in Russia?
Well, Venus was slated.
Andrea Petkovic
Venus was
seeded 7.
Yeah.
So what's that mean? Nobody's there?
7
Probably not.
in the qualification.
Oh.
What the fuck is Andrea Petkovic? What's going on with your life? Dana Vekic is seeded higher than you in qualies, girl.
Ooh.
Andrea, girl.
Ooh.
Get your life. Get your life. Stop tweeting. Get off of Twitter and get on the fucking court or go home. Okay, that is not okay.
Oh wow, yeah.
That is not okay. But you know what? Before we go, we leave off the ladies and talk about the men's. Let me just say, white people, and this is for white people.
Oh dear.
And I guess for white journalists, you know, just like we predicted in 2015, Serena 21, Serena 23, Serena million would never be enough.
I know, because now we're talking about what?
Y'all need to stop. First, it was Steffi Graf, right? Because nobody was counting racist, homophobic Peggy.
I know.
All of a sudden, Peggy is relevant. In fact, before this was even a possibility, nobody was even checking for Peggy because everybody said Peggy was clocking the Australian Open because nobody was going to Melbourne.
Yeah.
Remember that? Y'all was saying, well, Peggy got 24, but who was in Melbourne when Peggy was winning?
I know.
Her next door neighbor. You remember that those days?
But yeah, people would disregard the Australian Open.
Serena got to 18 and everybody got scared. And everybody started talking and whatever the case to me. And y'all need to stop, okay? Serena don't have to pick up another fucking racket to prove anything to you people. I don't care if y'all want to call her the greatest, but she is an amazing tennis player. She's a daggone good tennis player. And don't y'all dare bring Maria Dopapova up in this fucking sentence with her 5 majors.
Did you see that
with her 5 majors.
Did you see that
y'all
question? Are you waiting? Are you excited for the return of Sharapova and Victoria Azarenka?
Even answer anything about Pova. She was like, oh, I'm really happy that Vika had a baby and she's, can't wait to see her back. And I was like, oh, you shady bitch. I love you so fucking much.
That ain't a shady bitch. That ain't a shady bitch. That's just truth. That's treating it with the measure of respect that it deserves. Okay? We don't talk about the criminals. We don't make criminals relevant. We don't make dopers relevant. Because don't y'all want to talk about this and don't y'all want to say this, reporters? Every fucking slam that Maria has is suspect. And I'm even going to talk about the fact that even the 2004 Wimbledon final.
Oh, don't you?
It is suspect.
Don't you?
Oh, we're fucking going there. Going there.
Well, it's true. I mean, I'm shocked. I'm shocked that people haven't said it.
And y'all don't want to say it. Y'all don't want to admit this, but it is very disingenuous and disrespectful for the tours and the women who are working hard and putting in their effort and life for y'all to make Maria's cheating effort equal to what they're doing. It's unfair. And let us be 100 here. Maria is not Serena's rival. She's not. Never has been, never will be.
I mean, in order to be a rival, you have to win sometimes.
1 or 2.
Not only that, to people.
As a Fed fan, we understand.
You need to be better than that. Yes, she yeah, maybe that might be true.
No, it's not. But you know what? Same level.
No, I mean, her rival is Vika. Her rival has been Vika.
Exactly.
Her rival is probably
Maria popping pills during her bathroom breaks. I see you, I see you.
Simona Halep is far more competitive in matches than Maria Sharapova. Bitches, y'all get y'all life. Get the fuck out of here with this rival of Serena. Really? Did y'all watch Wimbledon fight? Did y'all watch Wimbledon? Did y'all watch Olympics? Do y'all watch Maria's face when she's getting her ass bageled? People, come on. Maria knows that Serena ain't her rival. Even on Meldonium.
Several doses of it.
Cornet is the real rival, Tony says.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I mean, in Serena's mind, Venus is her only rival, really, right? That's the only one that's gotten closest.
Yes.
Really doing anything. And then of course Victoria Azarenka. But I mean, not of this set, not of any of these sets, and maybe Justine, people who are not retired.
Thank you very much. Exactly. So, and then this stupid question about how many more majors these people would have won if they had stayed. Oh, Jesus Christ, people.
Just shut up. Stop it. Just shut the fuck up.
I mean,
that's it's a weird thing. I think I saw someone said that. Someone said, well, it's really great about Serena, but imagine how many would have been around if Steffi. I was like, how are we going to manage that? That's like everything. Imagine if everything. Imagine if John McEnroe had stayed for longer. Imagine if
Bjorn Borg, everybody.
I mean, imagine if everyone stayed until they were 50.
I mean, if Roberta Vinci stays she's 100, maybe she'll get to 25.
I mean, I think it's okay. I think it's okay for y'all to give Serena the GOAT on the female side. I don't believe in GOATs. I don't believe in any of that stuff. I don't think you can decide those things because especially in tennis is 100% about matchup. We all have seen that. If there's one thing that the big four, at least on the men's side, has taught us, it's that it's matchup. You will find someone who will own your ass, and it happens.
And also the other thing that I find amazing about tennis, one of the reasons why I love tennis and gravitate towards tennis, for me, it's about 40% talent and 60% mental.
Well,
sometimes you win and lose that match before you even strike a ball.
Venus, we're talking to you.
Yeah. Federer, we're also talking to you.
Okay.
Some of those
wait. Before we close out though, let's talk about like the other thing that is always important at Slam. How did everybody look on the women's side?
Yes. So let me.
You mean I love you, literally? Girl. How did they look? Like their kits?
Their outfits.
Okay, so I'm not here for the Serena leggings. I think that was a mistake.
I thought it was a horrible outfit.
I think that what happened was Nike made it too short, and she had to cover her ass, and she didn't have a choice but to wear them leggings.
Oh,
because who the fuck wears leggings in Oz?
Well, Serena is never. But you know what? I think it just wouldn't look cute if it was just pants. It would look like she's wearing a big shirt.
Well,
but I think the outfit was meant to be just a dress. Like I
think so too.
I think so, and it would have been cute, but it wasn't a nice fitting dress. I don't understand why.
I think she needs to get rid of those arm sleeves. Yes. I'm done with those.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, God, those arm sleeves, girl. Get rid of those shit, girl.
Why can't they give Serena kits that are actually fitted? Because I don't understand why people don't know that. Because of Serena's body type, a fitted kit is still the best. With an A-line skirt that she always wears at Wimbledon. Serena looks the best at Wimbledon. These kits where it's like floaty, what is that? Who thinks that's a good idea?
Especially Adidas and their fucking lingerie. I mean, come on. Really? What the fuck was that? Bellies hanging out all over the place, and some bellies didn't need to be hanging out.
No, the black and white was so cute, so you could have imagined how striking that would have been if it would have been a better dress. It would have been gorgeous with that pattern.
Look, I don't know, but let me just say, Adidas, Adidas was kind of cute, but Simona didn't stick around to show us all.
I didn't see it. I don't remember it. I missed her.
But it was easy to miss her.
I missed her outfit, so I didn't.
Shelby Rogers, girl. Shelby Rogers, you're gonna be known as
Venus looked great. Venus looked great. Venus's dress was fabulous.
Venus
top
is
and the bottom.
I have to say, girl, Venus, ask Serena to lend your bully bra, girl. You need those girls.
Oh my God! No, I swear to God, when she wore the little spaghetti strap top as opposed to the wide one that had like the belt almost around the waist, I like that one much better. But when she had on that little spaghetti strap top, I thought, this bitch ain't got no bra on. And I know you don't have no bra. She does need to. Everybody needs to wear a bra. Everybody needs to wear a bra. Her little boobies are all over the place. Nipples poking out. That's just like, Venus put a fucking bra on.
She looked like she was smuggling raisins into class.
It just wasn't right. That was so wrong.
No, that was fine.
It was not fine. It was not. This wasn't a nightclub look. This is the tennis courts.
Janina clocks these ladies over there. She clocks them. She's all over collar.
That's because Janina is so breast focused. Janina, the boobies sometimes have to come out.
Let's be honest. Let's be 100 here. Y'all know that when Venus won that Coco match, she had to pull her girls down. Those girls were almost popping out.
Okay, but can we talk about Coco's outfit? Everyone says that kid is nice. It's only nice on ladies with a lean frame.
Listen,
it looks great on Kanta in Sydney. but it didn't look good on Coco. That was a travesty for Coco. Why they make her look like a hulking person? That's not a cute outfit for Coco.
Coco is a little bit on the heavier side.
Sure, she's a big girl, but that's okay.
She looked frumpy. No, it's fine.
It was a bad kit. That's not a kit that fits that body type.
I don't know who said it, but somebody said Coco looked like she came from the roller derby. And that is so apropos.
Yes.
That was exactly right. But I kept trying to imagine what's a good kit for Coco. I don't know what outfit would have looked good on Coco.
Well, Coco walks like she has a stick up her ass, so I don't know that anything's going to actually look good on her.
I mean, maybe shorts. Maybe actually shorts is good for Coco.
No, Vika looks good in shorts.
I don't know.
Dennis, you need to wear a brassiere if you're on a tennis court, okay? Too much of you is moving, okay? Women need a bra.
The tennis court is not about high fashion, Dennis. No.
And I guess the only other person whose outfit I remember in a bad way is Jeannie's. But I didn't mind it because she looked like it was the 80s. And I was okay with the wet t-shirt look a little bit. Oh my God. I mean, because that's the whole point, right? My bra's showing. Woohoo! Wet t-shirt.
That's what I thought too. I thought Jeannie was gonna go. I thought Jeannie was gonna leave the tennis court and then go surf tables at Hooters.
Oh, but then
I was like,
wait.
It was Hooter Kids. I was okay with it.
Does Lucic Baroni get a clothing contract now?
Look,
maybe
I don't care. I don't think Lucic Baroni don't even care.
She don't care.
Obviously, she doesn't care. Nothing matched. Nothing.
I'm excited.
She had on 25 brands.
Oh no!
Because you see why? You know what I love about the fact? Because apparently, when you have a contract, they put you in any kind of garbage, and you can't say no. They put you in rubbish, and you can't say no. I'm not wearing that.
I don't believe that.
So, Serena, when you went over from Nike to from Puma to Nike, they gave you artistic control, and all of a sudden they just say no, and you keep wearing some variant of something. That's no.
Okay, wait,
Serena, you need to stop. What I don't
you
like
have
about
seen Serena's fashion line, right? Some of that shit is really questionable. She probably likes what she's wearing.
I guess so. But
she probably approved it.
Okay, listen. I love every single thing Serena does at Wimbledon. That's the only time. The rest of the time, I think all the outfits are tragic. I can't deal. I mean,
bring out the cat suit.
You know what? I love 2012 US Open. 2012 US Open was really nice.
Which one was that?
The red, and even the Michigan colors.
Okay,
the blue and the yellow.
You can't be giving me that kit where it was like it looked like it was made of polyester. That cheap fabric.
Oh no! We're talking about 2013. That's 2013.
I can't be right.
Yvette said that Serena says she has input on all her kits. I told y'all. She thinks that shit is cute.
Okay, she needs to talk to me about that.
Yeah, girl.
Not all the kids.
But you know, Serena, this is the moment when you're doing the kits. This is the moment when you need to pull your homosexual friend, Corbin or whatever his name is, into the room. He will be a great help. Push Patrick. Push whatever your husband's name is, Mrs. Serena, push him to the side and get a homosexual in the room.
I don't remember any other kits on the women's side being particularly memorable.
Well, that's because a lot of them looked alike.
Yeah, I did. Nothing stood out in my mind. I'm still trying to remember, but I
did just try something. The hot pants was really cute. I thought Simona looked really nice in the pants, the pom pom shorts. She looked really nice.
Yeah.
So I like that. Yeah.
That's all I got.
And
that was it.
Nike,
anyone listening?
Men and women are not supposed to be wearing the same colors, okay?
Any other kit that's that was memorable for y'all on Twitter, Facebook? I can't remember any. I really don't. I don't think any.
Fans, let us know.
Yeah, let us know which struck you most. I mean, I know people weren't on court long enough for you to notice.
Kid, I'm sorry. There is no way I would ever acknowledge Fila as being anything decent. Just not.
She looked good though. It suited her body.
Yeah, because she's tall.
Oh, yes. Can we discuss Mr. Serena's terrible hair? Yes, we absolutely can. Listen, here's the thing. This man has aged himself by about 30 fucking years. It's like he uses that old man grease that comes in a little tin can and he puts it in his hair and flicks it back. I know
what you're talking about, girl. I smell it at the gym every single day.
It's so bad. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing?
White men, I know y'all believe y'all got hair problems. Oh my God, my hair is a mess.
Oh, he's got a hair problem, all right.
No, he should just let it be free.
Okay, here's the thing.
Exactly.
True story.
Put the gel down.
What?
Put the gel down.
True story. Maybe they go together because listen, I'm watching Serena. I don't even know what match it is. And Jason Reed comes in and he looks at the TV and he said, "Oh my God." Serena was on, right? He said, "Oh my God. All the money these girls got, and look at her edges. She need to fix that."
You guys are horrible. I can't with you all.
I'm telling you,
it ain't true.
I'm not
Venus
gonna lie.
had them little naps all around her head.
Listen,
I'm all for the natural hair.
it be.
You got to get the naps under control.
Look.
Control the naps.
Get the kitchen sink, girl. We all know it. We all know it. Look. In 1999, my French teacher was having a conversation and she just said, "I don't understand it. Venus and Serena got funny. They can't buy some hair relaxer and get those edges."
They don't even have to have a relaxer.
Okay, you guys need to stop. You need to stop right now. Okay.
I love my girls,
Tony,
but let's maybe
wait a minute, Tony. The only hair question I have is how does her hair change length so quickly? Baby, we've been over this.
It's magic. I'm gonna let you know, Tony. I'm gonna let you in on a secret. Black girls have this magical thing where their hair can go long, short, anytime. It's like in a day, weekly. We have this whole thing going. It's something our parents taught us, and it's just something that we have done through time. I
know that you've seen the hashtag Black Girl Magic. This is part of it.
That's part of it. The hair can be long one day, short the next. Because I don't know how many times I show up at work with the exact. I mean, my hair is different every month.
It's true. Political rap Venus hair does look great. It does look like she's wearing a crown for Queen V, but
it does look queeny. Yes, she looks great.
But
yeah,
edges, girl,
the kitchen. You got to take care of the kitchen.
Yes, some babe, you know, like get that hair brush. You know what I mean? Just brush it to the side. You know what I mean? And they put some hair gel or something, girl. We
will say that there's one thing that Venus won over Serena.
Shrinkage.
I know. She won the looks category of the men in her cheering box in that final.
Oh my God, who was that? Chiseled
girl.
Jameer Jenkins was gorgeous.
Hello.
There was a beautiful
homosexuals in the podcast.
Where did he come from? I don't remember.
You know what? I saw Jameer Jenkins and he has grown up because I remember seeing him at the US Open qualies a few years ago in 2009 and he didn't look like that. And he was beautiful.
Wait. That's Scoville Jenkins?
Yes. That is what Lovely Drama Girl said. And I was like, I didn't think he grew up like that. But he did grow up like that. He was beautiful, and I
remember when Scoville. Let me tell you, I was clocking Scoville when Scoville got braids. Okay, girls, ladies, and let me just let you know, Lovely Drama Girl and Bianca. He ain't from France, but you know what? Realz, first dibs.
Always taking the chocolate.
Let me just say, beautiful. Hold on. You know, I gotta sing for the Frenchies, but apparently the Frenchmen not into the chocolate. So you know what?
No, they don't. They don't
exactly.
like the chocolate.
They're not into the chocolate. So
they only like
and Realz can say chocolate because Realz is black. So just put it out there, people. Don't play yourself. Don't get hurt. Just say black people. Just say black people.
What are you confused about, Lovely Drama Girl? We're talking about the beautiful man in Venus's box.
Yes, that was great. He was great eye candy. And wait, I guess we should also roll it up and finish this off by talking about how everyone needed Serena to thank her fiance. I mean, her fiance is like what, 20 minutes into this tennis relationship.
Thank you very much.
He gets nothing.
He gets a hug and a kiss after.
First of all, he's not even sure what position he should play at. He's uncomfortable because apparently
he's in the back row.
He's in the box with the X, so he don't even know if he can play his cards right. So you know,
Jeremy Shardy does like the chocolate. Jeremy, hello.
Is the only one. That's the only one.
But I ain't trying to break up. He got a wife whose girlfriend who's pregnant. I'm not a home wreck.
Shardy does. They're not married yet. You can still
You're horrible.
No, because nobody's dropping off any baby at my house. Though I'd be like, "Could you watch him for 2 minutes?" No, I don't do
any. We don't talk Jack Sock booty here.
Jack?
No.
Who asked that?
I don't know.
Okay, all right. That was distressing.
Karen, I know Karen. You know what? Serena, let me just let you know that Karen better be a flower girl in your wedding. She just better be. Rich P better be a flower girl.
Oh, but you know what though? Full on props. Let's just do the full celebratory. You know, we were bitter Venus fans for a second, but Serena deserves
23 is fucking
all the
amazing.
praise. Did you guys see did you see the ad? I don't know if you guys saw it on your TV, but immediately after the Nike Serena ad. Win, the Nike ad where it just kept going, best female tennis player, and then it just kept going.
If you didn't have chills, you got problems.
All the way to greatest. It was great. It was a beautiful ad.
If you haven't seen it, watch it.
Okay, now was anyone else? I thought PJ brought this up, and I was like, I didn't care about it because I didn't care about jacket either. But were people upset that Serena already had 23 on her sneakers?
Nope, they weren't. Nope, they weren't.
So it was.
Yes, Karen, we know that you're upset.
Yes, listen, Karen, you needed to have been here early. We were commiserating fully about the Venus loss, but you know. Listen.
And all the latecomers on Twitter, I see you people. Oh, and I love Jones. Your Jiff with coming in late, fashionable late. You know.
Listen, we gave all props. We gave all props to Serena, but we were a little bit bitter at Venus not being able to take at least a set.
I'm retweeting that ad right now, so you can check it out at my time.
Oh, good. It's a great ad.
See, I don't understand this because we do this all the time for basketball, for football.
I know the preparation is so weird.
Exactly.
Is it because it's a group? I mean, I think it's because Roddick's loss was so painful that people got offended. I was like, why is this offensive for people? Come on now.
Yeah.
I mean, Nike's been prepping that stuff all along. That's just how they do it.
No doubt. I mean, Federer has had shoes for weeks at number one.
They pay the people in the sweatshop 2 pennies a day. So fuck. They don't have any problem with having them do the shit all over again in a second. So hey.
All right. Let's get to cheery news.
All right,
now.
let's talk
get to the
about the men. Oh
So let me tell y'all a little secret.
Sweet Jesus. Tell us.
After homosexual, but Janina is gone. Where the fuck is Janina? Janina, get your ass back here. I don't care if your kid is dying. Okay, that's things that are important. Priorities. Okay, you're back.
I'm so excited. I left the call.
Okay, good. I was just checking. I was just like, I don't care if your kid is dying. Okay, priorities, girl.
Okay, tell us your confession, Reels.
As a homosexual of this podcast, in 2009, if you go to RealzTenisFanz blog post and whatever, I wrote a scathing commentary when Federer lost to Nadal. I was mad. Federer was balling. I was like, how dare you? How dare you cry in public like that? Wasn't having any of it. And I was dating an asshole. And you know what?
So you had to be an asshole? Okay, no.
Not here for that, okay? Anyway, so it just so happens yesterday, Reels went on a date with a real person who was not in his mind.
What?
He wasn't. I know.
Yes, he had a date, and this motherfucker didn't tell me till today. And I called him in the middle of the date, and he took my call and still didn't tell me that he was on a date. You're fired.
Y'all don't know
Wait
Janina.
Up. Who's taking calls in the middle of a date? But anyway, okay. Go ahead with your story.
I am important.
First of all, Janina is my good Judy. Okay. And you know what?
I'll tell you one thing. Let me tell you something. If I'm on a date and I'm into it, I ain't picking up your call unless you say 911.
Look.
All right.
I can get another man. I'm cute. I can get another friend. Just letting you know that. Bros before hoes. Just putting it out there, people. Advice for life. But anyway, before I was rudely interrupted.
Sorry.
So I'm on the date. So, China call, whatever. Anyway, so I was a good girl, Catholic, nothing sexuality happened. But anyway, I fell asleep.
In the date?
He did.
No, not in the date. We were talking, whatever, dinner, whatever. And I said, you can stay over because, it's a little distance for you to get home, whatever case may be. But I said, just so you know, I got to get up and watch. Anyways, okay? Very important day. I got my priorities straight, okay? Just letting you know that. So, as I was watching the match, I turned around and I said, look, Federer or nothing else. I don't want to hear any Djokovic shit. I don't want to hear any Divadal shit. None of that. You trade for Federer or no one else. Don't say anything. Silence is golden. In fact, you know what? You should go back to sleep. Okay. And priority straight. Get my priority straight. Like, these are just some of the things you need to know now before you go any further. If you're not with this ship, you can skedaddle and go home. Okay.
Like no love. No love. I'm just saying.
Priority straight. Anyway, so we're in the match, and I'm just like, yes, first set, yes. And I just said, just so you know, last time around when Federer played Nadal, I was with an asshole. So you better hope history doesn't repeat itself. Because if Federer loses history, I'm gonna be really bitter. I'm gonna be fucked up, okay? And that would not be good for you, okay? Just letting you know that, put it out there. Anyway, second set happened. I was like, fucking Federer. I can't. And I'm gonna let you into some of the secret fans of what goes on between the three of us when we're not on a real live podcast. So,
oh shit!
Federer won the third set, and we were like, "Fuck yes, breadsticks! Yay, breadsticks!" Then Federer started fucking up in this fourth set. I was just like, "Fucking Federer!"
I can't even tell you how many times Realz said, "Fuck this shit, I'm going to bed."
I'm not having this.
You know what? Fuck this shit.
Nah, I'm going to bed. Bitch, fucking Federer. Andreen is just like, the bitch did the same fucking thing in the Australian Open finals last time around. What the fuck is going on here? No. In the fifth set, I was like, oh God, Federer, I can't face Bree. I can't face Tony. I can't face the Canadian, Jonathan. I can't face any of these people because you know what? Oh my God. All my friends, best friends, lovely ladies here are Divadal fans. Oh my God. Like I can't even, no. They're going to rub that in my face. Oh my God. Like, no, Federer, deliver me and Merca from this madness. My date is sleeping. And I'm just like, oh my God, Federer? Oh God. I said, I told the lady, I said, you know what? I'm not watching this anymore. Fuck Federer. Fuck Federer and fuck his friendship with Tommy Haas. Fuck all of you.
He was an angry black man, you guys.
You got all these douchey fucking friends, okay? That's why you're not friends with Divadal, because Divadal is not a douche. You know what? Fuck you. Anyway, I said that in my mind. I didn't tell you all that. So I was like, I'm turning off the TV. Fuck it. But every minute I was just like, I'm scoreboarding it. Okay. I'm scoreboarding it. It's just like, whatever. So, of course, my being can hardly notice that I'm being rather disruptive and he can't sleep properly. So then, you know what? I saw Federer was up, triple break point. He was going to break back. I was like, okay. Well, no, I was already mad because Federer had break point in the fourth game, but fucked it up.
He had break points in every game, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Just about.
So,
just about it.
I turned back on the TV. I didn't miss anything. I was like, oh, yes, God. I was like, but I watch Future Tennis, right? So I scoreboard it, and then I watch it on TV live. I'm watching this match and scoreboarding it. So my Tennis Temple amazing app is 2.5 points ahead. But I don't know how the point. I just see the score, but whatever. And I was like, fucking Federer, it's 15-40. Okay, Federer. All right. My date said, but you're cheating. I was like, I'm not cheating. I am watching tennis. What's wrong with you? You need to go back to bed. Okay, like, I'm watching tennis.
Oh, real life.
So I'm like, okay. Federer. Oh my God, Federer. Can we not do this? Can we not fuck it up? Okay, can we not be like the French Opens? Can we not be like the fucking Australian Open in 2009? Can we fucking capitalize on our break points, bitches? You're always sexy, getting the break points, and then fucking up when they're actually trying to convert. I was like, oh my God. Federer. And I'm willing for him to say, Federer, one more game. I just think, in my head, just like, you know what? Let me not ask for too much. Let me not ask for you to win 6 games in a row. Let me just ask you to win the next game. And then when you win the next game, you win the next game. Let me just take it baby steps.
In the meantime, I love that. I'm like, he's like begging Federer, and I'm like, should I get down on my knees and pray? in this Trumpian time, should I waste my prayer?
You're crazy.
Wait,
you are fucking crazy. Both of you.
The best part. So of course, Tennis Temple tells me that Federer is serving for the match now. Okay, fucking Federer. All right, then Federer. We won 4 games in a row. We're up 5-3, serving it out, right? Let me get, as my commentator Robbie Koenig said, a Roger Federer special. A Roger Federer special, for those who don't know, is Federer holding serve in 60 seconds or less.
Right.
And we know those things are very probable. Roger Federer holding serve 60 seconds or less, are the very most 70 seconds. But you know what Roger Federer does? He loses the first 2 points. And I was like, oh fucking God. And at this point, so my Tennis Temple is telling me Federer is down love 30, but Federer is still bouncing the ball to play the first point on TV. I was like, oh, do I have to watch this mess? Do I have to see Federer get broken fucking serve for the match? Oh God, no. Then finally, Tennis Temple tells me Federer wins the match. And I'm like, yes! But of course, my TV tells me it's 30 love. So my date is like, what are you going on about? He didn't win the match. I was just like, he totally did win the match. Like, look, he won the match.
You've just revealed yourself to your date, really. That you're crazy as shit.
But let it be known that I got to hear this story earlier, and I'm cracking the fuck up, right? And I said, you know, you're never talking to this guy ever again.
And just as she said that,
yeah,
my
go
date
on.
sent me a text message saying, "Can't wait to see you again. I had a lovely time." I'm telling you. You missed out. Fucking around with GoFarm. You missed out. All of this.
Crazy Robin said her sister was texting her, I am one with the force and the force is with me at match points. You guys. Okay, so I don't have nearly as an exciting of a story. I just watched. I mean, I was standing in front of my TV. I was literally shaking, but I didn't think about getting on my knees to pray. I wasn't ignoring anyone.
No, I did. In 2012, I did. I was sleeping. That was the time when I was living at the nunnery. I'm not a nun, but I know a lot of nuns. I was living in a convent at the time. And you know, when you're watching your fave and they're not doing well, you get up and you walk around. Right? If it had been light outside, I would have gone for a walk. I went into the prayer room and I seriously said, I think I'm gonna have to pray right now. But today, so this time I did a little bit of Reels. I turned off the TV and I started scoreboarding because I was like, this is too tense. And my sister looked at me and she's like, so fucking crazy. she's like, why are you even pretending that you're not paying attention to the tennis when you've got your phone? And she's like, you want a glass of wine? And I got some wine. And then I was like, should I pray about this? Should I waste my prayer when we can be praying about Trump? So I prayed, and then when Federer was like down love 30, I was like, God was like punishing me because I was
that's the truth. Tony said that's the problem with the Australian Open panic. It's cold, it's dark, and you can't go anywhere. It's true.
Exactly. Wait, Susie said Roger saves Realz' love life, not a headline we see often.
No, but you know what? Let's be honest, though. Let's be 100. Listen. This is how crazy it is. Federer hasn't won a slam in years.
Right?
In years. I was like, because, you know, the funny thing is, you know, of course, I was doing that cool thing. Like, well, everybody's like, oh, my God, Rafa panic. I was like, why are y'all panicking? This is the best thing Rafa could ever want. A Fed in a final with a chance to go to 15. This is like a gimme, okay?
Right.
Like a fucking gimme. And so when online I said I had a feeling. And I said, you know, and you guys are like, oh, my feeling was that Federer was going to take it in 4 sets. That was my feeling I had. I was like, you know what? I think he's going to come out and I think he's going to do that. He's going to just blitz him because that's the only way you can beat. I feel like that's the only way Federer could beat Rafa is by just blitzing him, just getting out there, outplaying him quickly.
He could do it in 5.
I didn't think he could do it when it becomes a grind. So I was like, And so in my mind, when he like lost serve in the fourth set, I was like, oh shit. Fuck. And like the 18 was fading from my eyes because I had seen 18. Like, no joke. True Blue would remember that for the longest time, I thought that Fed was at 18. And I thought he was at 18 with the Australian. I was like, wait a minute. Of course he's going to get 18. So I knew in my mind he had gotten 18. But so I was like, oh, it's got to be happening here at this Australian. So when I said I had a feeling, I was like, I think court is working for him. So I think he's going to do it in 4. I just had that positive feeling. So even though I was nervous, I was like, I think he's getting it. But then when it went to 5th set and Rafa broke, I was like, fuck this shit. I felt all that Federer fan.
We were all going to bed. Every single one of us.
Like, how dare you, Federer, make me repeat 2009? How dare you? Make me look like a sniveling bitch in front of my date. I was like, oh.
The comeback was improbable. And I said that. It's
true.
Coming back from a breakdown in a 5th set against Rafa is just not what Federer does. It's just not, it has not been in the cards. So, and when Rafa lost that set, which I could tell in the ceremony, he was pissed because that he had that penciled in, because that's what you get. You get your rival that you have owned for the biggest occasion between the two of you. You're thinking you've got 15. There's no way.
And he had the momentum. Going into the 5th set.
And
but you know what?
Was looking like his leg was gonna fall off. He wasn't playing with his Christmas as he had been in the beginning.
No. Let's be 100 here. Federer was Federer. Shankara. I was like, motherfucker.
Listen,
I was like, bitch. Look, Rafa isn't doing anything special across the net. You were fucking up, bitch. I
felt good about this, having watched them both play. I felt like throughout the tournament that Federer
played great and still meet Rafa.
I know, but here's the thing. When Federer,
PJ Mouse said, my mother told me my face was a picture of constipation and tears.
When Federer's backhand wasn't spraying all over the place, I was like, holy shit, I think he's going to win this fucking match. And that's how I felt until the fourth set walk around.
No, I was like, I'm going to tell you something. So Janina and I talked about when in the semifinal. So we talk every day in the morning. And when, what's his name? Grigor was fucking up.
Oh, yeah.
Semifinal.
Yeah.
So let's go back a little bit.
Yeah. Let's revisit the road.
I thought that I was just like, Grigor, do you not see Rafa's service failing?
Yeah.
Bitch, why are you fucking up this match? Like, you can't get a better opportunity to beat Rafa in a slam than this. Especially when you're deep in a slam. Maybe you might catch him off guard in the beginning, and most of you don't capitalize on that opportunity. But when you see him like fucking up with that serve, and Grigor fucked it up, and Janina was just like, "Don't talk to me."
But you know what? No, let's not even call that though. I mean, Grigor played amazing. Like, that is not something I thought was in Grigor. So even though he lost
mentally,
that match,
he kept
going. When he was able to get that 4th, I was like, what?
Right.
Like, I mean, he played the match of his life to date. And it was a shame.
And he lost.
But you know what?
It's okay.
It's all good from here. If he could build on that, which is like the Stan loss issue that happened that year when he lost to Novak, but he really took the right lessons from that. Grigor played amazingly inventive and fun all court tennis. Like,
I mean, he plays like that all year. Watch out.
And also,
he doesn't get to the World Tour Finals. No way. You can't if you can't put that together all year. You're getting to the World Tour Finals.
Yep.
And the other thing too is what he did with a lot of people. He didn't give up on any shots.
No,
he was just like
shots.
Because that's what Rafa tries to do. Rafa tries to run you ragged back and forward and tell you, oh, you have to give up on some of these shots. And Grigor was fit. He looked like he was ready. He was in there.
I'm not going to talk about skinny Grigor anymore. Obviously, he's doing something that worked.
Right.
Well, but no, you know I wouldn't have given his coach credit, but I have to say his coach Danny has figure out a way to clarify whatever was going on in his mind. He didn't seem as indecisive as he was in the past. He's finally able to put all of the things that he's capable of in one shot. Now, listen, I'm not always a fan of the imitator. I stick with the real one. But, I think it should be very exciting for Grigor's fans moving forward. Really good tennis, lights out tennis. And I have to say, for a moment, I was like, oh shit, if it is Grigor versus Federer, are we going to have that whole thing where it's like the king gets toppled by the new queen? You know what I mean? I was just like, I don't even want.
Oh gosh, girl.
I had a conversation. I was
so full of myself. I was just like, Grigor gets to the final, he's fucking exhausted. Federer runs through him in 3 sets. People say it's not a big, but you know what? I'm all here for 18. Anyhow, anywhere we can get it. But
what were you saying again with Maya though? Sorry, wait. I want to hear.
I was talking to her and I was like, I really want, obviously as a Federer fan, I wanted Grigor in that final as opposed to Rafa. And she goes, but do you really want Grigor making a name on Federer should he win?
I know. Finally coming to fruition.
It's funny that you said that because I honestly don't think like that. And she had said something about Serena along the line somewhere throughout the tournament like that too. And I was just like, I totally don't. That's not where my mind ever is. Like, if they win,
because I knew it. That was going to be the headline. That was going to be the baby Fed comes of stage. Baby comes of age. It was going to be that. I couldn't.
But
I would have rather.
I thought that I didn't want Rafa in the final because I thought that if Rafa was in the final, he had been playing well. Yeah, he has been playing himself, and he plays himself in. It's very hard for him to do. He's played himself into form. That was something he couldn't do earlier in his career, right? He needed to be on a streak in order to get to be going. But no, he had something because that Brisbane loss was very tough. He had just been outplayed by Milos, and then all of a sudden he come to Melbourne and he was just on it. But I would have been happy if Grigor had won because I would just think, you know what? It's time for the young kids to do something.
Yeah, it's time for
it's time for them because I definitely wanted young blood to be up in there. But you know what? If it's between young blood and Venus, fuck no. It will be Venus.
But I mean,
if it's between young blood and Federer,
can I just say something because everybody was like, whatever, Janina, fuck you, you're crazy. And I told you bitches. I told you motherfucking bitches.
What?
Federer will be back in the top 10. I said by April.
And he's in top 10 tomorrow.
Monday.
Wait. I'm gonna check the receipts right now. I'm gonna pull up the receipts right now. Ooh. Who told us that Federer was not gonna return? And who was the one that said, no, bitch, these guys are basic. Federer will be fine if he takes the time off. Janina, I need you to go back and check the receipts.
Okay, fine.
Because you were like, Federer is not going to return to the tour.
But he did.
I got that feeling.
He did.
You know what? I got a little scared. I got a little scared because I thought Andreen was talking about me.
No, I'm checking both of y'all. I'm bringing both of y'all.
I remember we had this conversation. But honestly, when I brought that up, I wasn't talking about the three of us. I was talking about conversations that I've had with people on Twitter. And I'm like, y'all are crazy if you think that he's not going to be back in the top 10 by the early spring.
For sure.
I think what you mentioned that. And I said that, I don't even know if Federer needs to come back, but
Tony.
Thank you.
Tony said, I don't think I ever saw. Oh, Tony, your typos. I don't know what you're saying.
But you know what? It was true.
No black and he had to have all the points. There is a lot of room.
Yeah,
it's true. That's right. He's right about that.
He's top 10 right now, and he's defended the entire points that he had all year.
Right,
except for Wimbledon. Look at this. It's gravy now.
Like, watch out. Watch out.
If you're not careful, depending on how the year plays out, Fed could freaking end up at number 1 if things get weird and shitty. Sure. So I'm just.
But you know what? Someone mentioned something, and I said this because it's exactly what I said would happen. But I guess it came on a little too late. Andy Murray is paying for that crazy schedule he had last year.
Well, yeah,
we played every fucking week.
Well, I mean, eventually it does happen. Like, they all pay for it because this was the thing too. Because one of the things that people are amazed by, and this is what we noticed. We've noticed this pattern. Cilic took time off, not necessarily on purpose. But when he came back, he had fresh legs and he'd been able to work on his game. And I think I saw a tweet from Andy Roddick that says, this is what it means when people have an off season. I firmly believe that if you're at the point in your career where you have this ability, you need to take time off because it does make them fresher when they return. This was the cost for Andy and Novak running ragged and basically owning the tour for the last year. That's what happens. You know what I mean?
And you don't need like you can with your experience, you don't need match practice.
Yeah, and you show up in the right place. If you show up at a Masters and you get yourself a good run, you're back in the game. Do you know, like if you can trust your game that well? But listen, I didn't know whether Federer was going to be able to. Obviously, I didn't pick him for winning this title. I mean, that's incredible. But I did pick him for being good when he came back because he would have been rested and he's not torn up. And it was the same thing that happened with Cilic. I mean, I think we all have to recognize
and the Williams sisters too.
Yeah, that when they take time and breaks from the tour, it's helpful. They work on different parts of their game. I mean, it's crazy, but it is. And everybody's fresh. Remember in 2012, and then Fed had that disaster 2013. 2012 was the Olympic year. Everybody went hard, and then they all crashed in 2013. And then the same thing is probably going to happen for Murray because Murray did the exact same thing last year with the Olympics. They went hard all year and crashed and burned. The only reason why Rafa was able to get anywhere in the second week was because he took that time off.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even ideal for him, apparently. He said he still had things to do.
Right.
But I think
DJ says Stan is sipping wine waiting for clay season to start.
Wait.
What?
Biographer 1986 is saying I'm lying about my real estate story. I'll let you know it is 100% truth. But you know what?
He's crazy.
I don't put my business out there too much, but it's true. I wouldn't have my date come out, But you know what?
I'm not even allowed to talk to him.
If my date decided to become Mr. Reals,
cute? At least he's better than cute. Is he cute?
Oh, he's cute.
Is he
cute,
girl.
Foreign? I'm trying to go. Girl, trolls belong under the bridge. Trolls belong under the bridge. Okay.
I know Reels and his love for foreign boys.
And he got one.
That's not true.
Listen, Dan is sipping wine, waiting for clay season to start. He's waiting to get some wins over Federer. I agree with that.
Dan is sipping wine, waiting for Wimbledon.
It's time for Wimbledon. This motherfucker is going to have a career Grand Slam
before all the rest.
Exactly. In 4 short years.
Listen, I don't care. Federer hit his 18, and based on his his thank you speech, it sounds like Federer is now quite aware that he's not going to be around. He was like, and if I don't make it back, I was like, what?
There is some there's some rather interesting comments being made on our YouTube.
Okay, what are they? Bring them up. Don't get lost.
Reels.
He disappeared.
Totally. Well, Rianne's talking about it, basically a whole age group being irrelevant because they're not doing shit, which is true. And we've talked about it. Key and Milos.
Let me put that out there. I was shocked that Milos went away so tamely. That's surprising.
Isn't he sick?
I mean, I know he was sick, but you got to figure that Milos had to think that this was a good chance. I mean, I won't even get into the disappointment that is Monfils. That was just happy to get 4 sets and be done. I mean, that's if you can serve well and stay with Rafa, I don't see why you're grateful to lose in 4. So I'm putting Monfils a little bit in the corner because I think that was a good opportunity for him. But you're right. I mean, there are generations of folks that are not able to get past a certain wall.
Yeah. Milos doesn't have that killer instinct. The same thing with Key. Well, I don't even want to talk about Nishikori because he just pisses me off. I think Milos has more of it.
Killer instinct than most. I mean, I would bank on Milos beating Rafa some other time this year. I definitely see him figuring out how to do that. He seems hungry enough, but maybe he wasn't 100% because I can't imagine that he wouldn't have built on that win from Sydney. I mean, from Brisbane. I was really surprised. I didn't get to watch that match because that was an evening match and I was going to save myself for the weekend. Mm-hmm. But I was shocked that he didn't do well there. But you're right. I mean, the age group, the Grigor age group continues to falter. I don't know when they're gonna come good. Dominic Thiem and Goffin. I mean, Goffin was well handled by Griggs. I was like, I was a little surprised by that.
Yeah,
it was Grigor's moment. Sometimes
he surprised us
moment.
in lots of ways.
Yeah, sometimes it's somebody's moment, and you can't really take it away from. You could feel that rolling. That this was Grigor's breakout tournament,
no doubt.
Do you think he wins a Masters? That seems to be the hardest thing for people to do. Do you know, like, no one wins Masters? I mean, even like Delpo doesn't have one.
He doesn't?
No, Delpo's never won a Masters.
You know what? We're about to lose this whole thing because Realz is completely gone and it's going to disconnect us.
In 5 minutes? Oh, no. Get back in it.
He has to start it all over, no doubt.
Oh, that's too bad. But I mean, that's pretty good. We went through the whole thing. It was a Federer celebration. Unfortunately,
it's a Federer celebration.
Federer and Serena celebration.
Thank
you all for joining us for the live celebration of an Australian Open final that we're actually appreciative of for a change. I mean, I hate to say that the tour was shading poor Novak and Andy. I don't think they were. I think they just really missed the excitement of having two people with such strong fan bases.
Yeah.
And such contrasting styles. Even though I don't like it, I have to say that I think that that's all they missed. It was a flashback,
Right. It was fun. I mean, it was just fun. Because it was unexpected. Yeah. If this were a couple of years ago, it wouldn't have been so unexpected to see Roger and Rafa in a final.
Yeah.
But both of them coming off of an injury like this.
Yeah, I mean, that's what was new.
The long break.
Yeah, I think the long break helped them. I mean, I thought, Realz and I thought that Rafa was pulling a little bit of shade in his thank you speech.
Of course he was.
Which everyone thought was humble,
but you know what?
Roger
gave it right back. We all work hard. Everybody works hard.
And even he was like, it was awkward. Fed was like,
oh, you're back?
I can't. Yeah, he's back. And Fed was like, well, I can't get up there and like stroke myself and say that I work hard because we all do. And I was like,
right?
Like, oh, man.
And you know what? Just one other thing that we need to talk about. I'm not here for the people who are saying hello, Pat Cash, and people in my Twitter timeline that Federer cheated. Federer didn't fucking cheat by taking a medical timeout.
Listen, the medical timeout controversy is a non-controversy. You know why? Because
it's within the rules.
It's within the rules, and even though I have hated it, I've always wanted Federer to take medical timeouts because he has needed them many times.
Many times.
Many times. And I don't even mean it psychologically. In the French Open final, he was injured. In 2010, he was injured. Like, he has not felt comfortable taking medical timeout. And I think that having the time off tour, recognizing that he's fucking old and his body is shit sometimes, that he's finally understood that it's okay to take a medical time out. It is okay.
And Chris Fowler tweeted this out. Some perspective on Federer's 18th Slam title. He beat 4 top 10 seeds, a feat no one has done at a major in 35 years. So just let that sink in and tell me about how Federer had a fucking cakewalk to the final.
Or the fact that he cheated. I've been seeing the medical timeout stuff, and what I don't understand
is he played 3 5-setters.
But let's just bring the receipts here. If you're going to be offended by Federer's medical timeout now,
you better be offended by everybody's.
And you better had been offended, because if this is suddenly new, if you're thinking that it was not okay for Federer to take these timeouts, listen. We've been calling people on medical timeouts for years, and you all have been saying it's okay. So suddenly, for you to convince yourself that Federer was cheating, you need to check yourself. If you can't, all along, Federer should have been taking medical timeouts. He should have been taking them. He never did. And I finally thought to myself, Yvonne was like, if you need to take a timeout, take a fucking time out. I
didn't hear anybody crying about Rafa going potty after he dropped that first set.
for an hour. No. But you know what I mean? It's like, I think in a weird way, whether it's strategic, I will say, I think the stand timeout was very strategic.
Okay.
Yeah, it was.
But you know what? He said after,
he fucking admitted it.
But even he said it. He was like, you know what?
But he said after the match, he was like, okay. He was like, Stan. Well, I was waiting because, you know, Stan did it, and I thought it would be okay because Stan did it already. I was like, oh, Federer, Federer. You know what the fuck Stan was doing, and you were just like, you know, fuck it. Let me have my say too.
Well, and also, you know what?
And you know what?
Oftentimes people take medical timeouts and they don't know why they're taking them. They're like, well, because I think Federer was hurt the whole time he was playing. And he was like, well, you know what? I haven't been taking medical timeout. I've been feeling it, but I'm not going to take any. And now he's like, shit, I'm taking it. Why not? This is the last time I'm going to be out here.
Exactly. Get a mental timeout.
He said,
you know what?
He said, you don't get to talk to anybody during the match. And sometimes just having a distraction to be able to talk to another human being, it's nice.
I thought that was very clear. Someone goes with you to the bathroom.
They do. Sergey told us that.
Yeah. Well, that was said. I knew that ages before Sergey mentioned that you're not allowed to just go in there by yourself.
Oh, yeah. The coach can talk for clarification.
If there's a delay for more than like 5-10 minutes, I think, like a rain delay, then the coach can come down and talk. I mean,
we could call it on that final in the French when Rafa took a timeout to fix his shoe when Federer was up a break. I mean, I think we can all ask ourselves whether there have been some dodgy moments, but I've never heard anyone be on the medical timeout brigade about that. So if you're suddenly going to enter that brigade for Federer, I think you all need to check yourself.
Yes, because you know what? I'm going to put it out there. I know y'all get mad and I could pull up the receipt. Some of y'all have very, very selective memory from your faves. He did. Federer learned it from your faves.
By watching you.
So listen, let us.
Don't y'all try to push Nishikori up in there because y'all know Nishikori is not y'all fave, okay?
Right.
Nishikori. But you know what? Come on, let's be honest though. Nishikori he plays broken. I don't understand why people get offended with this idea that Nishikori needs medical timeout. He's injured 90% of the time he plays. And yes,
I'm surprised there's not a stretcher. There's not a doctor. He doesn't have a stretcher
beside the court. And you know what? Yes, I think if you're going to take a medical timeout, sometimes it is quite strategic when you do it. And I think that happens definitely with Nishikori for sure in terms of
but also understand that part
but
of
when
the issue too
calms down. Like we talked about the fact that I do think Nishikori sets slide if he feels like it's too far for him to go to get back.
Robin said, remember when Novak took medical timeouts for every limb on his body one by one? I don't, but that sounds fucking hilarious.
But remember the US Open final when he did it for hangnail.
Oh, sorry, Tennisopolis. You pronounce K, not key.
Yeah, it's K. But yeah, I mean, that
I always say key. I will probably continue to say it.
that also happened when Rafa and Nole met at the US Open. You know what I mean? I think, listen, whatever the reasons they do it, it is interesting to see Federer finally employ it, though.
Yeah.
Because, like, he's never done it. And I'm always like, dude, take the time out. Like, slow it down if you need to. If that's something you need
obviously, it worked.
Well, I mean, you know what? It was helpful for him. Maybe he needed to do that. And maybe you need to do that when you're playing somebody that's beaten you in every single slam.
Shit.
Because it's been an advantage. I think it's been an advantage that people have felt free enough to do that across from Federer, knowing he won't ever do it. So it was interesting to see him even employ it as a tactic if it was such a thing. Because I was like, that means that you're not doing that. Oh, well, you know, I'm just going to suck it up. That means that you're desperate enough to win, which has not always been Federer's problem. So I don't know. So actual like commentators said that Federer cheated? That's interesting.
No. Well, during the stand match, John McEnroe mentioned it, but he actually didn't he wasn't shitty about it. He said, well, did Federer just take a medical timeout at a strategic moment? You know what? Good for him for using the rules in his favor for once. That's what he said. And I was surprised.
John McEnroe needs to sit down. Y'all need to stop hiring John McEnroe because first and foremost, John McEnroe is in the booth with Europeans and they're saying Zverev. Sasha Zverev. Why this motherfucker is saying Zverev? Bitch, do you not hate even pronouncing the child's name correctly?
Listen, you can't say that. You can't say that. Janina just admitted she's gonna keep mispronouncing Key.
Well, that's why I was clocking her. His name is K.
No, but at least, he does get paid the big bucks to get it right. So you're right.
I don't understand it. Like they're trying to silently signal to you, bitch. His name is Zverev. Okay, it's Zverev. Simple. We don't need to put the Z and the Zverev. Like just a
Zverev.
Okay, can we admit something though?
What?
The ATP and the WTA have definitely taught their parents how to celebrate each other on Twitter. Because I remember when Serena was going for her was it 15? I didn't see this much recognition on the timeline. And 18, I believe it was. So it's been great to watch all the people say, congratulations, recognize the iconic, the icons of their sport. That's like, remember it was crickets. It was crickets.
Well, you know what? A hater could only hate for so long, right? Let's be honest now. These bitches were hating from when she won 1, 2, 5, and that's like, oh, I'll catch up with her. But when you have a 36 and a 35-year-old, and you're supposed to be the peak of your career, and you've never even sniffed, you just gotta bow down. You just have to. You just can't say anything else. You can't shade. You can't try to go any side eye or sideways. You just have to recognize that talent is in the room.
Okay, can I say this is an aside. We're gonna take a little political aside, but this makes me very happy that the U.S. Homeland Security Secretary Kelly has ordered that all green card holders be allowed to enter the United States. I'm excited to report that that's a lawful action being taken by our government. So I'm sorry.
They seem far and few between these last 72 hours.
I had to interrupt the podcast for a moment to say that because that's very important.
I am having literal anxiety just reading my Twitter timeline because I'm seeing people talking about Federer. And that was during the match, I was just like, you know what? Federer, you win or lose, there's much more important things going on in this world right now. I would want you to win because you would make my world a little better. Yeah. But but
I was totally counting on Federer for a little joy today.
I did. I was.
This is not one of those political podcasts, but I just don't understand. People.
Well, it kind of is.
You've seen. We don't need to pretend like we don't know what's going to happen here. We know exactly where this road is going. We know exactly where this is going with this kind of behavior that the Trump administration.
Okay, well, we don't have to go down. We can have a separate podcast about that. I just wanted, I don't want to cut into anyone's buzz.
That's fine.
No, I don't want to cut in anybody's buzz. Sorry, I just wanted to some good news in there too.
Yes, exactly. Yes. And this is somebody shining bright.
So at the end of the day, Serena Williams has 23 and Roger Federer has 18. The old folks pulled through. I couldn't fucking be happier. And I am going to ride this wave as long as I fucking can. Believe it.
This is RealzTenisFanz and
here you go.
And I just want to.
What do you want to say?
We read this week. We always bring the news. We always bring the Reals news. Let's be honest here. It seems as if an update is that Petra's is going to be charged with blackmailing.
Interesting.
So, what do you ladies think about that? The burglar is going to be charged with blackmailing.
I'm going to sit back. I'm going to wait.
That this is more complicated and more nuanced than had been previously suggested, which we suspected. So
random crime. It was not random.
Obviously not random. So it's curious. I worry about this because we all talk about the fact that tennis has a very dubious relationship with some shady shit in terms of match fixing, gambling, all kinds of things. So I'm hoping that this is not one of those moments where things have happened and people are being threatened off court now. But it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see where this unfolds.
Also interesting. I haven't seen the list of charges. I'm not the prosecutor or a police officer, but I'm curious to know that one thing I have not heard being listed that's being charged with this potential assailant that would be charged is attempted murder.
Yeah, that's because weird that it hasn't happened. It is assault. And Tony, quit trying to solicit money on our podcast. We are the only ones allowed to solicit money. This motherfucker's got some nerve.
Yes.
What does he want? What's he want?
Tony says, if anyone wants to donate to my fund to buy that Wilson Gold 23 racket for me, I'll give my PayPal.
Tony, you know what? You know what, Tony? You don't get the bride, but you know what? You get a racket. You know what? Please give Tony some money, okay, Tony? I am here for supporting that.
Okay, so everyone is like, what's going on? This is what's going on. It came out that this whole Petra situation, the person who's supposedly a meter man that broke in her house and did this stuff to her, there's now a blackmail charge added on to the list of charges. That's all we know. We know nothing else, but that came out sometime, why no one's talking about it, why it is all over your Twitter feeds, I have no idea, because that's tennis and tennis is shady and they like to, keep the ugly parts hidden. But we got you. We're here for it. And so something else obviously is going on. As far as I know, the person is still at large. They have not yet found him.
But the thing to note is that we're going to be the ones to ask the difficult questions. Okay,
yep, we're here for you.
We're going to be trying to figure this one out. I think we're gonna still keep. This is what we do. Keep it controversial. Ask the difficult questions of our folks.
For those who are not interested in murder mysteries, as I am,
murder porn.
Just to understand, when someone is blackmailing someone, which means you definitely know who the victim is.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a power balance going here that you have some information that if this were to be released, you're in a compromised situation. So therefore, this means one thing, that this media man did not come in here randomly. He knew exactly who he was. So there is no shame about his game. He felt that he had something over her. Or he collected some sort of information from her home and knew something about her. If blackmail, that's how blackmail typically works. But this is tennis we're talking about, and this is 2016 running into 2017. So I'm very sure someone's going to tell me there's a different explanation for blackmail. What is my source?
You went away.
Which is shady. However, this isn't just on the mirror. This is what the Czech police has literally said it has been trying to blackmail. The mirror has suspected that blackmail charge is going to be. We can easily go and check. Which means that after the fact, so that after this after he had some entanglement with her, he either communicated to him that information that she needs to funds up or something of that nature. Also, that should be noted is the fact that Janina was trying to get at someone, a member of her team. Unlikely, because Petra is the money, right? Petra is the person that you need to keep healthy. The money, she is the golden goose. Damage the golden goose. How are you going to get the eggs? Rather suspicious. No, but maybe absolutely clear, because people were somewhat taken aback by what I said earlier in the podcast. Petra is not okay under any kind of circumstances. Even if we want to go as to be as silly as crazy to be like, she was with somebody's husband.
There's more going on than meets the eye.
What I have always suspected, I'm gonna take this one and take this hit for me Reels, is that what is happening here is there's something much more that's going on. From the very beginning, the whole being nice and I'm all happy and I'm good package that was pushed out, it's not okay. As a victim of a crime, someone comes into my home and try to kill me or stab me or cut my hand, especially my dominant hand, into my job, I'm not going to be doing some press conference to tell people I'm all right. I'll send them a tweet. I'll have a statement be released. So I found that rather suspect. I'm just saying that what I'm seeing here, I feel like I'm being sold a 6 for a 9. It's not my business. I rather you not tell me anything and whatever the case may be. What happened to Petra is not okay. For what happened to her, because I think she's a brilliant tennis player.
No, it's not fake news. The Czech police have said that this is now a blackmail case. You guys can go check it out. It's in many places other than the Mirror.
Who's saying fake news?
Tennisopolis is asking, is this fake news? And people are saying, but I only saw this in the Mirror, and that's not a reputable source. It's everywhere. Just go look for it. The Czech police are the ones that are saying this is now a blackmail case.
They've listed a blackmail charge to this incident. So I'm just simply saying, you know, like what we thought, like there's far more nuance to this story, as Andreen puts it, and far more to this story. And I hope that everything is okay with Petra. She has a speedy recovery and that she gets back on the tennis court because she's quite enjoyable.
All right.
Except when she's playing Venus. Girl, that Wimbledon 2013, second, third round, still haunts me.
Dodgy. Enjoy it, folks.
It's been fun. It's been a fantastic, you know, it was a fantastic change up, Oz Open. I would appreciate a fantastic
I'm sorry,
wait. At Roland.
People don't pay Pat Cash any mind, okay?
What Pat Cash?
That is a bona fide hater, okay?
He's the one saying Federer
cheated.
Oh, Pat Cash is crazy.
We already did.
But remember, Pat Cash has hated Federer for a long time and came from him quite early in his career. So much so that actually Mirka had to step in and be like, step off. So Pat Cash is a shrill old man, and he needs to sit his ass down and go somewhere.
Actually, you know what?
Boo.
Pat Cash needs to do something for Tennis Australia, okay? Not just fucking talking, okay?
That's true.
You know what? Don't worry what the Swiss are doing.
Guys fashion.
Rayon says we got to talk about the guys.
Guys fashion. Okay, I like Federer's kit. Y'all didn't. I like that black and white. I thought it was attractive. But you know what I realized? There were no day or night kits. They were the same kits. What happened with Nike this year? They got cheap.
Yeah, maybe. It almost seemed like what Rafa was wearing was more something we would usually see Federer, and Federer's kit was kind of loud for him and busy. I mean, it wasn't bad, it wasn't great, it was just kind of
Oh my god, DJ Sama said it's only been an hour and 45 guys.
Yeah, I know. I thought it gave him nice shoulders, nice broad shoulders. I completely forgot what Andy Murray was wearing, but that's usually the case.
It wasn't special.
You know what? I didn't like that neon that the young boys were wearing. That orange neon. I didn't like it.
Oh my god, I loved the shoes. That was the best part, Rian. What are you talking about?
No. They didn't like fake shoes. Federer and Rafa were wearing the exact same shoe, by the way. I know.
And I liked the shoes.
But somehow, I mean, like, I don't know. I think Federer, I mean, call me a Rafa hater. It's okay. But I just think Rafa don't wear those shoes right like Federer wears them.
How can you tell them?
Come on, they're fucking shoes. Jesus Christ.
Look,
you know what? Shut your mouth.
Hold on. I bet you there's somebody in our fans who's gonna tell you, Justine don't wear her shoes right. And Rafa just don't wear his shoes right. It just don't look right. In fact, you know Rafa always untie his shoes all the time. He just never feel comfortable in his shoes. Rafa look like he like to run around barefoot and be free and be wild. But I don't know. I just thought no. I just thought Federer. I didn't even recognize that they were the same because I just thought that Federer.
Dennis Sisterman looked good. I liked his kit. The gray with the neon green, and it matched his glasses and his headband. That was fun.
That was cute.
I liked that. Cute. I don't remember anybody else either, Yvette. So
and unfortunately, I think I found out that that Nike 23 shoes for Serena are only available in women's sizes.
Good.
Oh, really?
Let us have something.
I'm gonna put it out there, people. I am very conflicted about, but actually, I'm not conflicted.
What's
I would never buy a pair of buttons.
Was he there? Did he play?
Yes.
Shady.
Wow.
I already said I didn't like the team looks. I don't think that they should go with that anymore. I don't remember anyone's kit. That's how bad they were. They were sort of like they blended in.
Tony says no, Reels. They're doing extended sizes too. He asked.
I'm sure he
did. When Tony,
no way more defeat.
Leather shoes. Okay, you can't stretch sneakers. You can stretch leather shoes, but you can't stretch sneakers. Just so you know.
God.
Oh my God, Tennisopolis said no, they won't defeat. Look, I'm telling you.
Guys are
Rafa looks sexy as fuck. You know what? We know who that is. Not talking to you.
Who said that?
Shane.
I have a look. Shane, I know you came late to the party. But I said I saw some new growth in Rafa's hair. And I'm
yes, his hair is coming in. It's amazing.
Nike, I ask Nike customer service for Serena gear every few months. Tony.
Oh my God. You know what? I can't.
Tony, please don't put yourself out there, okay? I'm not gonna wear them, but I want them on my shelf.
How many shoes do you have on your shelf, Tony? How many?
Shane said it's money well spent.
Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot somebody who actually dressed really cute for a change.
Who did?
And it's on the women's side. Dominika Sibylkova looked great in her kit. It was fitted.
No.
Remember?
No.
She had a nice fitted kit. It was like a nice dress. What? You didn't like it?
No.
Dominika, by putting a cut in the back of the old T-shirt from her boyfriend, it's not gonna make it different. Okay, girl?
No. This is the problem with Dominika's kit. It was really tight across the midsection, and then it had some funky fucking pleat, and she looked like she had a spare tire around her waist that she doesn't have. It was horrible. I was like, she looks horrible. I don't
think so. It was like a full dress. It was a flatter. Remember it?
Yeah, and it was bad.
Love.
Oh my God.
Brianna, y'all can sit there and stress about Federer's receding hairline, but like I told you earlier today,
he ain't got hair plugs.
Number of majors Federer got more hair than Dividal.
Leave the hair alone.
More majors, and he got more majors.
Leave the hair alone.
Leave the hair alone.
Because it's you know what? It's kind of a low blow. I mean, he can't help it. He can't.
He can't help it. He got money. He can buy some weave track.
He's helping it. He's helping it. This time next year, he's going to have a glorious head of hair.
You guys are horrible. But I will say that you're right. I just took a look at Rafa's picture. Very cute. Very cute. Very cute kit. That's actually very attractive. You're right. It was more tasteful than normal. Yeah. It's usually loud for Rafa. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't typically find Rafa attractive.
Oh, no, I don't either.
He looked nice to me.
Look.
Something. I don't.
As a homosexual.
Why are you cutting me off? You're fired. You know what?
Oh, you gotta.
You know what?
You're going out, so it's like they've already cut you off.
Zip it. When Rafa was standing up there next, looking all kinds of pissed off after he lost, and he had his hair kind of swept to the side and it looked real short, I thought he looked cute. I really did.
Oh, that's so sweet of you. I can't see anything attractive.
Nigel, young Rafa, nope. Rafa today, he can sit on my face. Sorry, not sorry. Fucking worse. You know what?
I want to. I mean, there was a time, let me tell you, 2000 something, Rafa was very attractive. I just don't see it. Rafa looks like his dad, and I don't mean that in a cruel way. He just does. I mean, he looks like an old dude. If you didn't know who Rafa was and you passed him on the street, it wouldn't be noteworthy. That's just
Rafa was pissed. You like angry men? No, I don't. I just thought his face looked cute.
Look, let me
like Rafa.
You ladies can't have an appreciation of the male physique as the homosexual can. Let me just say.
That is some bullshit if I ever heard it.
I thought, I think Goffin looked nice as well. I thought Grigor looked nice in his kit as well.
You know what?
Yeah, very nice.
Ice cream lover.
Grigor to shave.
Goffin.
Why? That's the only thing that ages him. Otherwise, he looks like a little baby.
Goffin is not cute. Don't even go there.
Goffin is adorable. What?
Look.
What?
As the man who stole my imaginary man, Goffin has definitely cleaned up.
You know what?
He has cleaned up.
Goffin and Pierre need to just come on out as a couple.
I think exactly. I'm putting it out there. I'm putting it out there, people. Goffin and Pierre, you got fucking.
They're fucking.
Putting it out there, people.
They are always taking pictures together. They're always together. They're They're shirtless.
They spend Christmas together.
Leave the love alone. Leave
they
them
can have
and you
all
know what?
the
You know
love,
what, people? And you know what, people? I am here for that. It's goddamn time.
If Rafa walked down the street
tour.
without a shirt, he'd be noteworthy. All right, lovely drama girl.
I'm not gonna hate.
Lucic Speroni's coach is a hottie. Yes. Why? Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Do y'all remember him? Team is not team in that random
I find
dude.
him really engaged. But I have to say this, like Rafa has a decent body. He does. Butterface, in my opinion. A couple drinks, I might look his way. He has a hot body. But here's the thing that turned me off of Rafa from the very beginning. Those pedal pushers.
Yes.
I cannot date a man in culottes. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Okay.
You're wearing culottes? No, girl.
Listen, cut the shit. I'm about to tell you what we're about to wrap up with, and it's all fun.
What's that?
We're going to wrap up with the Whispers. Remember the Whispers?
Ooh. Oh, yes.
The Whispers?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I'm ready for
the Whispers. For context, Whispers were those little blips, I guess, in the newspapers in Australia, I guess it was.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Are you ready?
That was sharing some explosive tea.
So
did you collect them all?
I've got the Whispers.
Look at you. You've got them all. Look at you.
Yeah.
I love surprises.
Okay. So
I'm surprised by this segment too, y'all. Go ahead.
We've heard a few good excuses over the journey, but this one might take the cake. The reason given by a member of a high-profile player's entourage for a sluggish defeat was extended pre-game nest activities.
Andy Murray fucking? I think that's what that was?
I didn't hear what.
Andy Murray fucking?
Somebody partying? Is it fucking? Is it partying? I don't know.
I assumed that when I saw that one, I assumed that was because Andy Murray, they were basically telling us that Andy Murray was having too much sex, which I think is great because I assumed Andy Murray never had sex, but that
he was too busy playing video games.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it can't be Novak, right? Unless he was having sex with somebody else. But
okay. The Whisper. Which high profile player split from his coach after a disagreement over an all liquid diet?
Oh, that's easy.
That's Novak.
That's got to be Novak.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe it's about dieting. Dear Lord, what is this?
I invited. So Janina had a call. We had always invited Boris, and I see Boris finally learned how to appreciate Federer and was just like, mad respect, whatever, blah, 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 about Federer winning 18. I was like, bitch, had you still been coaching Novak, you would have been saying some salty shit, by the way. But you know what? I see you shading Novak. But I have to say, Boris with this one. I don't always agree with Boris, but you know what? And all liquid diets is just fucking crazy. It's just insane. And
yeah, I think that's got it. Because who else flipped coach recently, right?
Yeah, if this is what this guru is telling Novak to do, of Yelena in order to keep the dynasty together, because I am sure if Novak tries to divorce Yelena, she's gonna take all his money.
Political Rat says nesting equals the baby keeping Muzz up.
Maybe.
Oh,
that makes sense. Okay, you ready for the next whisper?
Oh, that's
but Novak isn't trying to. Well, Boris isn't trying to keep his job. He doesn't have a job. Oh, he was trying to keep a job back then. No, he doesn't give a fuck. That's true.
Ready?
I think Boris. I would think it'd be interesting to see Boris work with another man on tour. That would be an interesting result. I'd like to see that.
Oh, that'd be good. All right. Which star woman prepared for her opening round with a night on the tiles? We hear lots of dancing and lots of vodka, and muddled orange drinks were on the agenda for a trendy Flinders Lane bar. Who likes to party?
Coco?
Sveta.
Well, that would explain her sluggish ass, probably.
Yeah. We know she likes to party.
Well, I thought it was Jeannie because they mentioned tiles, and I thought of bathroom US Open 2015. Hey.
You shady motherfucker.
I just think, hey, you gotta be. Yeah, Nigel said Jeannie as well. I thought it was Jeannie too.
Y'all are crazy.
Well, this is a good one. We do know she got a reputation.
This whisper is so good.
Mm-hmm.
A recent relationship breakup has the locker room scuttlebutt suggesting one high-profile player may be changing sides.
Ooh,
who's gay? That? Who's gay, bitches?
Yeah, you. I said it already.
But high-profile breakup? What's a high-profile breakup? I don't like.
No. One high-profile player may be changing.
Oh,
sides.
player. Oh,
it can't be paid.
Oh, high-profile. Let's see. Top 10 guy. Top 10 lady.
So who just? It's a man. Is it a man?
Oh,
okay. No, it doesn't say man. It doesn't say.
Not clear. So it's just listen. Come out, lesbians. I love it. Come out. I think the WTA would be fine with an out lesbian. Who wouldn't be fine with that on the tour?
Well, they kind of have one for sure.
I think the WTA would be much better off than the ATP. I would assume. I think they'd accept that much better. I hate prove me wrong, ATP, but
PJ Mouse said it's Rafa. Is that why? Exissa showed up? That was so fucking plain. She didn't have on a damn lick of makeup. She had on the same jacket every day.
She's beautiful. She's a friend.
Whatever.
Let me just say, her contract doesn't imply that she needs to be all dressed up. But I have to say,
she needs to make that clear. She's like, I just need to show up, right, and just hang out and smile pretty. I don't gotta do more.
No doubt.
What did you hear about Johanna Lawson? But I have to say, in the quarterfinal round against Milos, Zossi was kind of conflicted as to whether she wanted Rafa to win or not.
What?
Yeah. Because there was one moment where she just like Milos was about, and she's just like, yeah, and she's like, oh, and Rafa on the ball, she's like, oh. You know that moment where you want a chair and you don't know if you want a chair, and you're like, oh,
you ain't right. You know what? Zip it. We have one more whisper.
One more. Give me the whisper.
The whisper. Which young Aussie?
Johanna Lawson came out as a lesbian according to Nigeria.
Oh yeah, that's true. She did.
She's not high profile.
She's not high profile. No.
Look, you have to look. I'm all for people coming out the closet, okay? And scrubs, yes, I'm all good with that. Pay you and go far. You all can come out of the closet, and that might be okay. Trust me. It's just like when people say, "Oh, Clay Aiken come out of the closet," like Pidge. He was in a glass box.
Has Lopez had a breakup lately?
Oh, marriage. Ooh,
no.
His marriage broke up, and that's slightly high profile. Well, Lopez. I'm okay with you doing anything.
Novak. It ain't Novak. Novak is not gay. Forget it, Shani. You ain't getting none. All right. Last whisper. Are we ready?
Last whisper.
Which young Aussie is getting more results off the court than on, with a reputation already on the tour for keeping company with only tens?
Nick?
Tens?
Nick is so in love with his girlfriend. It can't be him.
No, not Nick. It's Gavrilova.
No, she has a boyfriend.
It's Gavrilova.
Well, typically, though, when you say you're keeping company with only tens, don't tens usually refer to women? So I'm thinking this is a man.
It's a man. They don't usually use that.
Tanahasi, Tomic, Milos actually did break up with his girlfriend, though. Oh, did he?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? If he's
a gay Milos would be a good Milos.
Yeah, I'm thinking that
that would make an interesting Milos, because Milos
something's got to be interesting about him, right?
He's so great. But
Milos, if you need a good Judy, I could hook you up with some, and I've always suspected.
I don't know about the Aussie.
Everybody thinks of coconut.
And I don't understand. I thought Tanahasi Kokinakas was gay.
Oh,
I thought it was obvious.
I think he's gay.
I can see Kokinakas. I can see him doing but where's he traveling to meet tens?
I mean, he's hurt.
He's been at home. He's not been on tour. But maybe
you know what? He's like, you know what? My body might be broken, but not my penis. My penis muscles are still working.
Right.
Let me get it on.
Those are your whispers from the Australian Open.
I want guesses about your whispers in the comment section, folks.
No doubt. Whisper away.
There are some. We've been ignoring Twitter. Susie said Merkel won the outfit stakes. We all know the Gucci jumper. Oh, Merkel, girl, that semifinals jumper. Look, I know you love your kids. And you let your kids make decisions, but not all kids make are okay decisions, okay? But you know what? It was all good. You won, you beat Stan. Because if you had lost, I would have cursed you out, girl. I'd be like...
Yeah, Merkel's kit was definitely memorable. I think I saw some guys showed up in the same sweater as part of...
You know what I love about Merkel?
That's horrible.
Look, I notice that Merca comes to the tennis court the first. She comes on court with her hair done like it's $800, and it's all done up, like flowing on either side, flowing up. But by the third set, Merca got that hair in one. She got that hair pinned up. She's like, I am distressed. I am pressed. Look.
Listen, Merca was full
and
on
she was
cheering
so
section this time around. She didn't care.
I know. I said to you that she was like, and she kissed Federer like, no, motherfucker, we can stop talking about winning for the fucking major.
Oh, that was cute.
Now.
Yeah, what did you, by the way, what did you guys think about the behind the scenes camera following people like that? I mean, I that's almost a little bit of what happened last year when they were sort of like showing all these private moments. I wasn't a fan of that entirely. It's cute, but it's a little
I'm just waiting for a player to go all ham and then be like, fuck, like Andy Roddick said, I just got fired from my job. Okay? Like, this is not the moment.
Simone Simone, did he just have a breakup? Because he's like married with some kids. I think
he's not married, but I mean they have their kids.
Oh, he's not married?
No, they didn't get married. I don't think they were married. Interesting.
He has more than one son, child?
I don't know.
I thought you said a son.
I have no idea.
Susie said it has to be Bernie. God, women, are you really throwing your pussy to Bernie?
No, nobody wants that shit.
God damn it, girls.
Are you gonna make a fake America jumper, Rian?
Susie thinks it has to be Bernie. I guess so. I mean, he's the only one that's actually on tour, and he hasn't been getting results on the courts. I could see him being. Really? You guys find Bernie hot enough to get in bed with ladies?
No.
Do better, y'all.
Yeah, do better.
Exactly. Ladies, I hope you're not giving up for free. Do not
wrap it up. I'm out.
Do better. Okay. This has been a blast, y'all. This was a fun return to... Actually, you know what? Maybe our theme worked out after all. We returned to high school. And so did
old school.
They went old school.
Do not question my themes ever again.
That is true. We went back. I have to say. But I mean, like, how crazy it is that I think this Australian Open is rolling in dough because like for a very long time. You had some vintage finals. Roger versus Rafa.
Speaking of rolling in dough, wasn't there some issue with the Australian Open and its financing in some way? Remind me of that, y'all. If you saw that paper, I thought that there was an issue around.
I know France is having some issue with the federation and French Open. So
no, there was a story. I'll remember bringing up next time. There was a story, I believe, about some funding issues with the Australian Open. Maybe somebody was actually a dodgy investor. Something. It'll come to me. So next up, when do we talk next, y'all? What's the next thing that comes up? Dubai?
Well, I think we're giving ourselves a break this next week.
For sure.
Sorry,
yeah,
we're not
going to talk.
Yes, because first of all, you have to really sleep first because
we're going to recover.
I gotta get these bags from under my eyes,
Especially
and I think I have
now
to
that
make
you
it
have
up
a
to my
cute boy in your turn. Mm-hmm.
Oh no, we've already talked about this.
One weekend,
I will not be set aside.
I mean, really, how are you gonna make it up to somebody when you've already got them in your bed? But on a first date and everything, Reels, we're gonna have a talk.
No, I didn't say whether it was a first date, second, or third.
Okay? Oh, that's true.
I don't know what you're talking about. I never said that.
That's true.
Reels keep his underwears clean. I am a good girl. I am.
Oh my God.
Oh, fun.
Hey, y'all, guess what?
But fans, I just want to say
18 and 23. 18 and 23. Enjoy.
We're going out the same way we came in.
I just want to say before we go. Real, just gotta give them. I just want to thank all the fans.
Okay, I'm sorry. I couldn't stop.
All right.
Sorry.
Reels is thanking, and also please.
When you let the kid or Kaylin run the soundboard, just like
bad things happen.
Give me back your house keys. Give me back your house keys, okay?
Wait. Before we go, though, we also want to say thank you so much for tuning in. And please make sure that you rate us on iTunes. It's very nice, apparently, when we get rated. And if you even say something crazy in the comments, we'd love it. Thank you all so much. This has been a blast. You guys constantly make it a good ride for us. We have so much fun preparing the podcast and being on the podcast with you. So thank you all.
And let me just say that despite, Rafa didn't win and Venus in a way, it was so lovely and amazing to see them back in top form.
Yeah.
And nice. It's amazing.
It was better to see Federer.
Congratulations to all of them. And I'm happy Federer won, and I'm not sad Serena won, but I'm not happy that Venus didn't win.
Yeah.
Amen.
If we could have had a draw, that's the one we could have had a draw with Fed.
Okay. But I have to say, just thank all of the new fans and the old fans and everyone who support us. And even those who hate us, we don't hate white people. We love white people. It's tennis. There's about 2 black people in tennis.
We just call you on it. That's all. We just call them on our the ship. And we call Venus on All Lives Matter too.
Exactly.
She ain't
and
safe.
Venus, exactly. And Venus, you kept your mouth shut on that shit, and congratulations, girl. I just want to say thank you all for tuning in, and we appreciate all your love and some of your hate. And just keep with us and whatever we are on our 70th
And Tony,
podcast.
it was not a cakewalk. And I don't mean old Tony. I don't mean Serena Tony. I mean that crazy Tony that's online with us.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm sad that, I'm very sad that Rafa didn't get 15. But you know what? I'm even happy that Federer got 18.
Yeah, I feel like he's got a better shot at it.
Look, I tell you what, I'll be happy when Rafa gets 15 if he beats Novak. Just saying.
No, I'll be happy. I'm just
and Federer.
Yeah, only if listen, I'm not gonna be cheering Rafa if he's facing Monfils, but
exactly.
If he's facing Novak, there you go.
Oh, Andy, hey,
there you go.
I will get a chair and text from me. Hey, I want to say that. But I thank you all. Enjoy, and I'm happy that you all stuck around. You enjoy our show all the time. And I thank my 2 co-hostesses with the mostesses. Y'all are lovely ladies, and everyone in Twitterland.
And we're done.
Podcast, Podbean, whatever. Thank you very much for joining our podcast. Good night.